Hello and welcome to Footy Judge Mobile. I don't know who was whistling though.
That was me, man. I was like, you know what? I realized I was rocking out to the tune, and I was like, oh shit, you know what I mean? I think they can hear this.
Big up everybody. Welcome to Footy Judge Mo people. This is gonna be epic stream. As usual. If you're here now, like the video. We'll talk about Man City triple loading, and they're gonna surpass everyone, to be honest. Everyone, nobody will do that ever again. Back to back triple, of course. Trent is out for the cup final. Sabozla is out. Chelsea might actually win a cup, might actually win a trophy this year, and Pochettino will be, as Hassam said, the third best manager in the league. What a joke! What a joke, of course. And I want to a little bit touch on Harry Kane curse to be honest, because he actually can go out in the Champions League. But listen, people, if you're here, hit that like button. If you're watching this on the replay, like the video. If you're watching this on the replay, and how's everybody doing? Without
Can
laughing.
you first tell the people who was late? Because every time I'm 2 minutes late, you make a dance about it. So how about we actually respect the audience and tell them who was late
So
today?
by the way,
Please.
LB was here and Hussam wrote in the comments that LB is late.
You're such a liar.
And
You're,
Hussam was
you're the
late.
biggest corrupt judge in the whole
Hussam,
world.
right?
You are
But
the most corrupt
difference
judge
is,
in the whole
people,
world. I'm
it
going
always
on
happens.
strike. I'm going on strike. To say the truth. I'll only come back on camera if you say the truth. Tell them the truth right now. Who was here on time?
Hussam was here on time, 5 minutes late. LB was late 10 minutes.
Thank
which
you.
is
See, Hussam was
absolutely
here on
what
time.
happened.
Very well.
Listen, people. No, listen. Ryan here is saying big up corrupt judge LB and Mr. Negative. If we win against City at home and United and Everton away, we'll win the league, in my opinion. Our toughest games by far. Oh my God. Why is everybody now turning into a negative fan? You're Mr. Negative now, Hussam. I don't get it. Right? I don't know why. Do you
Ryan,
guys
you know
think
when I
Hussam
come
is
to
Mr.
the UK,
Negative?
I'm honestly rushing you. I'm dead ass rushing you. I cannot wait to just hang out with Flawless and then just slap the shit out of you one day. Cannot wait. Big up, Ryan.
I love how my club is taking each competition seriously and not doing the bigger fish to fry crap. Momentum is vital. That's how Liverpool do well. Yeah, we'll see how it is. We'll see how it is in the cup. And I think it's only fair to start with the Harry Kane curse. LB, we spoke about Lazio against Bayern Munich, and I told you it's not that Lazio are good. It's that Bayern Munich are absolutely atrocious. How do you go a game where you have like 70% ball position and you have no shots on target? They created chances though. They had 0 shots on target the whole game for 90 minutes. Is this Harry Kane thing for real? Do you guys think for real that he's cursed? For real?
Who knows? He might be, bro. He might be cursed. I mean, let's have it right. Yeah, I mean, he was at Spurs in a decent team. Didn't even manage to lift a Carabao Cup. He's now gone to Bayern Munich, a team that should win the Bundesliga year on year. They're now 5 points behind Leverkusen, and you know they might be going out of the Champions League. I still think that they'll probably overturn it at the Allianz, but they're out the cup. They lost against Leipzig in the German Super Cup on their first game of the season. This team is just. I think this team's a bad team. I promise you. Yeah, I've watched Bayern Munich about seven.
It's not a bad coach.
I think it's possibly a bit of both.
A bit of both.
I genuinely believe, yeah, that I've watched Bayern Munich about 7 times this season. Promise you, now, hand on my heart, I haven't seen them play good once in any of the matches I've ever watched. And I'm not saying that means they've not played good once this season. I'm just saying in the 7 games that I've watched this season, I've not seen them play well once. Yeah, which is why I'm not particularly worried about them in the Champions League. You know, I think a lot of the players want to leave. You know, they've got players running down the contracts, and they've got 6 players, top players as well, all with 18 months left on the deal. Kimmich rumoredly wants out. You know, I'm hearing Musiala's ghosting game by game. You know, apparently he wants to leave. You know, who's the other guy at the back? Alphonso Davies, 18 months left. They reckon Real Madrid might be in for him. I think that they need to be really careful about the way they're going, because if they don't sort this out quickly, yeah, they could have a massive fall. They really could. I think they're in the mud, man, big time.
So So it's about good segue to the Xabi Alonso links. So yesterday, a credible journalist said that Xabi Alonso wanted to coach Liverpool, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, or Manchester City. That was his career plan. The question is, should he, if he's offered the Bayern Munich thing and he's offered the Liverpool thing, because I don't think Pep Guardiola's leaving next year, unless he stays at Leverkusen 1 year. Which one do we think he should take? Bayern Munich,
I would too.
or Liverpool? Because you can go to Liverpool and your career can take a massive dip. You're going against Pep. You might not be backed. You go to Bayern Munich, you're probably most likely guaranteed success.
Well, it depends what you mean by success. Is winning the league on its own success for Bayern Munich?
You can win the Champions League with Bayern Munich as well.
Not with the current squad.
Yeah,
I don't believe.
I don't know. I actually don't know.
No, I don't believe. I don't believe they can win. I don't believe they can win the Champions League with the current. I think they need to massively improve. I think their defense is poor. They've not got out of the quarterfinals for the last 3 years. They're meant to take a forward step this year. They might go backwards. At least for the last 3 years, they've got to the quarterfinals. They might not even get outside the last 16 this year. However, Bayern Munich would probably be an easier team to maybe transition to than Liverpool, especially if Salah leaves as well this summer, which is obviously a potential. So,
oh my god, you're so boring, LB.
What? You don't think Salah will leave this summer?
No, he won't. No, he won't.
Okay.
And if he does leave, he's not going Saudi as well.
Okay, no problem. But I'm just saying. I think
Bayern Munich. Salah leave. This is the problem with you guys. All these rivals, they can't wait for Salah to leave.
Obviously,
so tired of you guys.
Obviously, I don't think that's much of a shock, bro. Obviously, we want Salah to leave Liverpool. Is that meant to be a got you, bro? Of course, I want Salah to leave Liverpool. What are you talking about? I'm just saying. I think it'll be easier for him to take over Bayern Munich and the Liverpool. But I don't know, man. Listen, he's going to have the pick of the clubs, isn't he? Because he's one of the best promising managers, and he's actually doing it. Unlike De Zerbi, De Zerbi's what, like 8th or something. He's at the top of the table. So yeah, listen, I don't know, man. The only one I wouldn't go to is Real Madrid right now. I think that's the wrong decision.
He's not going to go. Ancelotti has a contract until 2026, and they are winning the league. So Ancelotti's not leaving. The two teams I know they aren't going to change coaches are Man City and Real Madrid. But here's a question for you: do you think he should?
Let me say something first about the Bayern curse and the Xabi Alonso thing. First of all, the Bayern curse. Guys, why you should subscribe to this football? Because HUSAM knows ball. Who's been saying since August Bayern are not a threat? Who's been Tuchel? Thank you very much. Listen, as soon as Tuchel was announced as Bayern manager, I told you they ain't winning no damn Champions League. I told this ginger fraud right here, Thomas Tuchel is one of the most overrated managers, and only does put the trophies on the table. Brother, fuck the trophies on the table. He's so overrated. They literally won the Bundesliga last season just because Dortmund bottled it. Dortmund didn't beat Freiburg or whoever at home. That's all they had to do, and they literally couldn't beat them. So they were announced champions. Even that last game day, Bayern won 1-0 with a Kimmich penalty. Bro, there is just nothing that is absolute. Thomas Tuchel is one of the most overrated managers I have seen in my whole life. There is no difference between him and Roberto Di Matteo. If I gave Di Matteo the Bayern job, he would have won the League 2. If I gave him the PSG job, he would have won the French League 2. There's absolutely zero difference between him and Di Matteo. Literally zero difference. Also, now moving on to the Xabi Alonso thing, LB is a fraud. That's number 2 as well. You know why LB is a fraud? Because he says Xabi Alonso should go to Bayern Munich. First of all, we don't even respect the managers that win the league with Bayern Munich to begin with. Robert Kovac won the league with Bayern Munich. Felix Magath won the Bundesliga with Bayern Munich. I can mention you a bunch of scrubs right now. You don't even know their name that won the league with Bayern Munich. So it ain't nothing special winning the league with Bayern Munich. I think Xabi Alonso.
But who's guaranteed to win the league with Liverpool? He might not win anything with Liverpool.
Let him win the league first with Liverpool. I'll tell you why. Leverkusen, their whole life have 0 Bundesligas.
Yeah.
If he wins the league with Leverkusen, it's genuinely it's basically the Leicester story of the German league, because him winning the league with essentially the biggest bottle job club in the entirety of Germany and the club that has won nothing their whole life is insane. So him beating him beating Bayern on the weekend 3-0. I think Xabi Alonso should join Liverpool. I'm not saying this just because I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm saying this because I think he'll be put in the best position to succeed at Liverpool in terms of he'll probably be given a lot more power at Liverpool than he will at Bayern or at the other clubs. So he'd have a lot more
I
power.
disagree with
He'd
that.
have a
I
lot-
completely
No,
disagree.
this is bullshit.
This is waffle.
Actually, there's a better option than both of these. He said to the journalist that he might want to coach City. So he can wait the next year at Leverkusen if he wins the league this year and join Manchester City. Isn't that a better option than Liverpool?
No, Liverpool's a better option for Xabi
Well,
Alonso.
how is Liverpool a better option than Manchester City?
Obviously,
Because
not.
I'm being
boring.
because I know what you're talking about because you are a
I
Liverpool
don't think
fan.
Man City.
Why is Liverpool? People in the chat, who's the better
Mancini
option
won
for
the
a
league,
coach?
Pellegrini
Come
won the league.
on. Yeah,
Mancini manages the Saudi
yeah, but
national
at least
team
he's
now.
guaranteed to be backed and win.
Nothing
I'm not.
personal.
This is nothing against Liverpool, and you know what I'm talking. HUSAM, you know the truth here.
You know who's
gonna
going to
get
manage
back.
City
You
after
know he's
Pep?
gonna get back. You're just
Brendan
saying that.
Rodgers.
You know he's gonna get backed. At Man City.
Brendan Rodgers.
You aren't. You don't. You know that your owners. You are FSG out. You know your owners might not back
There
the
you are.
guy.
There you are.
You know that. You
There you
with
are.
the planes and flying planes and all the shit you do. And you want the
There you are.
manager. If you like the guy,
Why are you
would-
shaming me for
you
flying
would
a plane?
advise. Relax.
I am protesting. I am protesting my shit
Yeah, so
ownership.
yeah,
What
the
can I do
truth.
all the way from Jordan?
So
I
the
can't
truth
have
is,
taken
the
like
truth
something else.
is, the truth
You
is,
know?
if you take your Liverpool hat off and you're advising your brother or your cousin, and you have two options,
I
coach
tell him
Man
go
City
manage
or
Liverpool.
Liverpool, you can take your hat off. You can be
Nah,
objective.
That's no bias, bro.
The reason why Klopp and Pep are in the same conversation is
It's
because
not-
Klopp is the Liverpool manager. You understand?
He's not even in the
Klopp,
same
if
conversation.
Klopp, listen, for you, it's not the same conversation. Big up Mancini, Pellegrini. Anyway, so
How
the
is
reason
this a
why
fucking agenda?
the Liverpool PR.
I don't get it. Wallah
It's
al-Azim.
It's
Ahmed,
not
this
an
is-
agenda,
no,
bro.
no,
It's
stop.
Are you the
How
host
is
or
this
are
an
you the
agenda?
panelist?
I am
It's
the
not
Am I
an
here
fucking
to
agenda,
host
speak
bro.
my
and the
opinion or
panelist.
are you here
You-
to just
You
shout?
are here to
You
talk.
fraudulent devil's
We are
advocate
here
judge.
to debate, and you don't
Let
want to
me
even
speak,
listen.
Tayyip.
You actually
Let me
spoke for
speak
like
and
half
then
an hour
debate
and you
back.
waffled.
Yeah.
You
Okay, here,
spoke
I'll
for half
mute
an
my
hour and
mic.
you.
Let me know
Basim,
when you're
mute your
done.
mic.
Here, I mute my
I'm
mic.
gonna
here.
ask the chat. Yes, mute your mic. Mute your mic. In the chat, guys, people in the chat. Why is he leaving? Why is he
You
leaving
gotta-
and have
you-
troops his thing?
You gotta invite him back, bro.
I gotta invite him back. So we gotta let him speak and uninterrupted. So
Yeah, because
he can have
basically,
his
Mo,
go.
what he wants to do, he wants to just
خلاص
he's
ما
very
تزعلش خلاص.
he's so
تعال.
Liverpool biased, man. So Liverpool biased. And he just said if he goes to Liverpool, he will have more chance of success than Bayern. Liverpool, and where Jurgen Klopp has been for what 8 years and won 1 Premier League and a Champions League, right? So all that I knew he'd come back. I knew
LV,
he'd come
you
back,
know that
bro.
is such
I
a
knew he'd
basic
come
bitch
back when I
approach.
said that.
That is such a basic bitch approach to this whole conversation.
No, it's
One
not.
big
That's what
title
you
in
just
8
said.
years.
You just said he'd have more chance of success at Liverpool than Bayern
No,
Munich.
I said he'd have more power at Liverpool.
No, you didn't.
listen.
You said more success, and then you said more power as well.
No. But the success matters more in the Premier League. You have to agree with that.
I think winning the Premier League with Liverpool is better than winning the.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. On his CV,
You didn't say that though.
if
You
he
said
wins
we'd have
the league
more
with
chance
Bayern
of
Munich,
success.
if he wins the league with Bayern Munich, LB genuinely means nothing. Think about it. I'm being dead serious right now. Like for the last 10 years, Bayern Munich have had how many different managers? Like 5, and all
But
of them have won.
If his ultimate goal though is to go to Real Madrid, right? Then what's going to be do more damage? I think going to Liverpool will do more damage for his career than going to Bayern.
Yeah, but why are you saying it like it's 100% going to be a negative thing if he manages Liverpool? Like it's
No,
gonna do well.
I'm not.
Because
I'm not.
it's not
I'm saying
guaranteed
if he has,
success like Bayern Munich.
if he
Yeah,
has
but
a dream of money, if he has a
Okay,
dream,
In
you know
Bayern
the
Munich, there
guarantee-
is guaranteed success.
The guaranteed success actually debunks your own point. Because once again, if we're talking about building up his CV and trying to become that next big manager, him managing Bayern Munich and winning the league, no one is going to look at that and go like,
No,
oh, he won the league
can
with
I
Bayern Munich.
debunk this with thing? Do you remember why is Nagelsmann is very highly rated?
Because of what he done with Leipzig, if you want to honest answer.
Oh yeah, والله العظيم. When you coach Bayern Munich, even though I agree with you that the achievement is easy, when you coach Bayern Munich and you win the league with Bayern Munich, your name goes up. I don't know why, because you are guaranteed to reach like a Champions League semi-final or a quarter-final or something. Your name will be there. He might go to Liverpool, right, and not win the league, and be labeled the failure. What's more probable, win the league with Bayern Munich or win the league with Liverpool?
Also, Mo, can I just quickly come in on that point as well? He's got to be looking at what's going on in the Premier League right now. You've got City, they're not going anywhere at the moment. Arsenal keep spending a lot of money. United clearly are getting their act together. Spurs are doing well. This is the point I'm trying to make, Sam. I'm not saying that if Xabi Alonso goes to Liverpool, he will fail. He could go there and be better than Jurgen Klopp. Who knows? He could do really well. But the chances of failure, the chances are higher at Liverpool than they are at Bayern Munich. So if he's thinking about his career, you know,
Bayern Munich is better. Bayern Munich is better.
Sammy's right on the risk reward. If he goes to Liverpool and does well, wow, he's going to go up. He'll be catapulted, and he'll be one of the best managers in the world. But he's also got a chance of finishing 5th, 6th because what's going on. If he goes to Bayern, he's pretty much just going to farm.
But that comes after speaking with our ownership. If they're planning on spending money this summer, then it's a different conversation. All I'm saying is, if we're talking about CV and building up yourself and building up your legacy, I don't think managing Bayern Munich is going to do that much to Xabi Alonso's legacy or CV. Like the only way, Mo said something that was right. He's been waffling for the last 10 minutes, but he said one thing that's correct. If he wins the Champions League with Bayern, Champions League with Bayern, of course it changes it. But then I look over even the last 10 years, like you know what, the two managers that won the Champions League for Bayern Munich, Jupp Heynckes and what's his name, Hansi Flick. Like think about it logically, LB. Right now, as things stand, Liverpool are needing a manager. Man United need a manager. You don't see Hansi Flick topping the charts of like the most sought after manager. And think about the point that I'm making. Forget the point that it's Liverpool. Imagine Arteta's leaving. I'd say the same thing about Arsenal. It's not about guaranteed success. You just said it. High risk, high reward. If you're Xabi Alonso, you're managing Leverkusen. You just won the league with them. You have an unbelievable achievement. That is an achievement, like unreal achievement. That's like Ranieri winning the league with Leicester.
We aren't.
Now, if he goes to Bayern Munich, hear me out. If he goes to Bayern Munich and wins the league, what does that really add, even to his rep and stuff?
No, you're not understanding what I'm saying.
Can I add people to the conversation, please? Someone wants to be added to the conversation, of course. Well, Mohammed Salah is here, someone that can actually debate us.
Hello, guys.
Hello.
Put me
go ahead, LB.
Put me top row, please. Put this fraud right here.
Right. No, don't do that, Mo.
I have to be top row. I'm top of the league. Who's top of the league? Factually me. I have to be top row. Sorry.
Well, why is Mo on the top then? He's put us in it, man.
I am top of the league. You aren't top of the league.
Yeah, exactly.
You Premier League.
You just said something wrong.
You just said Premier League.
We are the best offense and the best defense in Europe.
It says Premier League, bro.
Mo, just because he said that, move us.
Well, because you said that, you are out of here.
Hold that fraud.
Why are you doing this?
This is a disgrace, bro. It says Premier League up there. Does it not?
But you're not even top of your league.
I got a game in hand, bro. It's not my fault. I got a game in hand, man.
I promise you, when you win the game in hand on Wednesday, you will be top row until you drop. There you go. You will be top row.
This is an absolute disgrace, mate. Yeah, disgrace.
Guys, we have over 300 people here, and we aren't even on 100 likes. This is a disgrace.
Alad, can I ask you a question before we tell the people to like? What hair color is LB?
Dark brown, black, I think, from here.
Thank you, bro. You have eyes. Well done.
What the fuck?
What's HUSAM saying? You saying it's red?
Ginger? Me and Mo say ginger.
We can ask the people in the chat, guys. What color is LB's hair?
Thank you, Drunk Vigo. Ginger.
What color is LB's hair?
Ginger.
No, it's kind of. But listen, LB, you were making a point about going to Bayern. But why nobody's talking about going to Manchester City? Isn't it better for him to wait at Bayern Leverkusen and maybe follow Pep at Manchester City?
No, that's not the right thing.
Why
not?
I'll tell you why it's not the right thing. Because you don't know how long Pep's going to be at City for. So you're just going to wait around? You're just going to wait? What about if he's here for another 10 years? And people will say he won't be here for another 10 years. When he first came to Manchester City, I was told he'd be gone in 2 years. He's almost done a decade. Do I think he'll be here for another 10 years? No. But who knows what's going to happen? So you're just
I don't think he's... Yeah, but what if they go in the summer and tell him that Pep is leaving next summer?
Oh, yeah, but that's obviously different, man. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't word the question like that.
So you just have 7 what-ifs in a row, basically.
Yeah, exactly. He just done that. But if they come to him and say, listen, what, he's going next season, so after next season, that'll be 10 years, then maybe he can leave in there. But unless they do that, no, I don't think...
Salah, what do you think is the best move for Xabi Alonso? Going to Liverpool or going to Bayern Munich?
The thing is, personally, I think Xabi Alonso is an absolutely incredible coach, right? I think he's got all the makings of an absolutely top class coach. All of these former footballers that have become coaches, I'm not going to call them frauds. Maybe it just hasn't worked out for them, but like Xabi Alonso looks like a completely different kind, like the way he positions his teams, the way they play football, the way he makes players that aren't as technically gifted look incredible. Like Xabi Alonso is incredible. And for that reason, I hope he doesn't go to Liverpool. Because that will just be a natural succession. Because after Jurgen Klopp, you think, okay, Liverpool are going to go through a slump. But if they transition to Xabi Alonso, they're still going to be a good team. So that's something me personally I wouldn't want. But I think he should stay another year and go to Real Madrid next year. I think that makes the most sense. Real Madrid are a good young team, or have a lot of good young players coming through, and I think that's the next step for him. But going
you think
to
Ancelotti's leaving?
I think Ancelotti's going to leave next year. I think he's going to stay one more year. But I think the one thing that I disagree with Hussam saying Liverpool's a better option than Manchester City. I don't agree with that whatsoever. I think Man City are the best run club in the world, and if he was to go to Man City, he will have all the resources. He'll have incredible players already to kind of implement what he wants to do. So the best move would be Manchester City. The move I think he's going to make is going to be Liverpool. The worst move, probably Bayern Munich.
The worst
Thank
move
you.
is Bayern
Well,
Munich.
we agree on
What?
what-
What the fuck, bro?
But that's ridiculous.
100%.
I think for his career, because there's a few things that Hussam said. I was about to call it Hassan. I'm so sorry. There's a few things that Hussam said that I agree with. Unless he wins the Champions League with Bayern, what really is success? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, what is Xabi Alonso is doing incredible things unless he wins the Champions League with Bayern? One thing I completely disagree with, by the way, is something that LB said, is that this Bayern Munich isn't good. There's absolutely no reason that Xabi Alonso can't win the Champions League with this Bayern Munich team. You look at the team that started yesterday without Alphonso Davies, without Kingsley Coman, and they're still very, very good players. There's 5 or 6 players that start for any team in the world right now, right? And that's with Alphonso Davies missing, with Kingsley Coman missing, with a few injuries here and there.
I wouldn't take
Like,
5 players from Bayern.
Kim Min-jae is an absolutely incredible centre-back. Like, he was the best
I
centre-back in
wouldn't take him
Europe
over
last year.
Konate.
So, bro, come on, man. Mo,
I
back
wouldn't
me up.
either.
You watch Kim Min-jae.
If I'm doing starting 11, I'm not putting him over Konate.
You're probably going to take Kimmich. You're probably going to take Sane. You're probably going to
I
take
will.
Harry Kane.
Sane,
You're probably going to take
yes,
You're
Musiala.
gonna take
yeah.
Harry Kane for sure. All
You're
of
going to
us,
take Harry
everybody
Kane.
will
You're going to take Harry Kane. You'll take Musiala. You'll take Leroy
Musiala.
Sane. You'll probably take Joshua
What
Kimmich.
is
And
this?
most teams are taking.
I ain't
And
taking
most
Harry
teams are
Kane.
taking Kim Min-jae.
You ain't taking
Kim
Harry
Min-jae is one of
Kane.
the best.
I don't need Harry Kane.
You aren't taking Harry Kane over Erling Haaland.
Yahi Salah, do you see this answer right here is why Xabi Alonso shouldn't manage Man City? Yahi, it's boring. It's boring. It's boring. Yahi, Mancini,
That's
Pellegrini
not the
won
answer,
league
bro.
with Man
That's
City.
not the answer. So
Sorry.
you're
I'm
trying
just
you're
saying,
trying to tell
as
him
a
little
manager
story.
who's young right
Ooh.
now, you have an opportunity to manage a big club. It's high risk, high reward. That's why Man United keep getting these good managers. Think about it. Think about it. Man United have been crap 10 years. Why have they gotten Van Gaal? Why have they gotten Mourinho? Why have they gotten all these? Because they want to be the manager that takes the club to the, like, essentially. And with Xabi Alonso, if he comes to Liverpool, he's gonna have all the power. He's gonna make all the decisions. He knows that already. So he can build his style. He can build his system. And it's not like we have crap players. Yani we have good players. He just has to add 2 or 3 pieces, and then boom, he can get.
But
his
at the same
system
time,
going. You know?
your most important players are kind of on the older side of things. A few of them
True.
got 18 months less than their contract, so it's gonna be a new cycle with Xabi Alonso. It's not gonna be you're not taking Mohamed Salah and Van Dijk for the next couple of years. You're gonna need to replace these players.
Salah, I will. Van Dijk, no.
No, I mean even Salah. There's no guarantee that Salah signs a
Alisson
new
is
contract.
the third old guy. He's a goalkeeper, so he could play 5.
No, that's
6
that's
years.
fine. That's fine. Of course. I mean, Alisson, best goalkeeper in the world, still got a couple of years left. You're gonna have the best goalkeeper in the world for a very long time. You're gonna have Konate, in my opinion, one of the best young centre backs in the Premier League for a very, very young time. You have a generational player in Trent Alexander-Arnold. You have Szoboszlai, very, very good player. McAllister, another very good young player. But then there's a lot of, but the things that make Liverpool elite are Van Dijk and Salah.
You are correct. I'm not disagreeing with you.
How are you going to replace Van Dijk, and how are you going to replace Salah? Because that's the difference between you. I mean, for the last 4 years, the reason that Liverpool have been top 2 teams in the world is because you have Van Dijk and Salah. That's what separates you from the rest of the pack.
I agree.
When Van Dijk leaves, how are you going to replace Van Dijk? Salah's getting a little bit older. How
Why
are
is
you going
Liverpool
to...
top 2 teams in the world over the past?
Bro,
5
for the
years?
last 4 years, the top 2 teams in the world have been Manchester City and Liverpool. There's no like the year when it was them two going back to back to back, it's been them two. Maybe not last year.
Didn't
'cause
Real
Liverpool
Madrid
did it.
win 2 Champions League in the last 5 years and won the league
Even
twice?
when Liverpool
won
bro,
one.
Liverpool were a better team, bro. Okay, top 3 teams.
So
Then
the,
okay,
the better team is different.
Madrid second, Liverpool third.
Okay, yeah.
Happy,
If you want to do some, okay,
happy,
if you want to do some
top 3 teams. Yeah.
okay,
No,
yeah,
I would Bayern won a triple during that
Okay,
time.
man.
Very
so-
well.
Okay,
Very well.
okay.
Bayern won a
If
triple.
you- okay,
Why are you guys sensitive? I'm
I'm
being
not
honest.
sensitive.
You guys
Me
are.
and you can win the league
So
with Bayern.
sensitive,
Yeah.
man.
Mo,
But LB, like Bayern wins a triple, and you want to put Liverpool ahead of them.
Yeah,
bro,
listen,
how long
man.
ago was the treble? The treble was what, 2000 and what?
2020, bro.
Okay,
And it
you
wasn't
know what?
even two-legged tie.
This is like
if you-
not
if
even
you wanna
4
like
years
Hungary or
ago.
I'm
I'm
if
being
you want to
genuinely,
do
Liverpool have been absolutely fantastic, but I'm not here for this. Oh my god, because Liverpool went toe to toe with City twice. They are the second
Mo,
best team in the world.
You know,
Like, I'm not doing this
if
shit.
you want,
you know what I mean?
Mo, if you want to do semantics,
I'm not doing this shit.
Mo,
you know? Like, oh my
if you want to turn
why you went toe to toe with Pep?
Mo. The thing is, you've got
Liverpool
me
is
defending Liverpool.
fantastic
You've
and
got me
great. You
defending
know what I
Liverpool.
mean?
Mo. If you want to do
But
semantics,
I don't know why
you
you're
want to
defending Liverpool. Why are you
because you're
defending
being
Liverpool?
shameless. Because you're being shameless.
No, I'm not. I'm being
being
honest.
shameless.
But people don't want to be honest.
You're on mute, Hussam. Hussam, you're on mute. You're on mute.
Okay, you know why? You're shameless.
I am not.
Salah
shameless.
has never
I don't
defended-
think I am.
I've known
shameless.
Salah 2
LB,
years.
back
I've
me
never
up
defended
here.
Liverpool
LB,
ever
back
my
me
whole
up
life.
here. Am I
Or you want to
shameless?
be shameless? Yeah,
خلاص
me and
والله
you
يا
can win the
أسف.
league with
I'm-
Bayern.
You shameless. I don't know, bro.
You're
Mo,
so
if you-
shameless. You are
You wanted to
making
be on the top
Mohamed
row of
Salah
a Premier
defend
League
Liverpool.
show,
Do you
bro.
understand?
This is a
Mo,
Premier League
if
show.
you're gonna
and you
do
didn't put
okay,
me on
Mo,
the top
listen.
row.
If you're gonna do semantics and you want to be extra and you want to be more gender, you can say, okay, they've been a top 4 team in the world. Okay, cool. I'll give you want to put anyone else you want to put ahead of them? Do you want to put Barcelona as well?
Inter Milan, they won
Inter
2
Milan?
Serie A's.
No.
Yalla,
I just want to know where you have Liverpool over the last 4 years, just so we can move on with this
Belgrade,
conversation.
they're on the Serbian league.
I'll probably have them like third, mate.
Yeah, third, second or third. Okay, cool. The point I'm trying to make is, like, before I wasn't even making a point of how good Liverpool have been. My point was what separates Liverpool and made Liverpool as good as they were is because of Van Dijk and Mo Salah.
Yeah, and you're right. You're right.
When Xabi Alonso comes into this team, how is he going to replace Van Dijk and how is he going to replace
Bro,
Mo Salah?
can I
Even if
just-
Mo Salah,
let me ask you a question. Right? Out of Manchester City, Liverpool, Bayern, and Real Madrid, which team has the most potential to
Manchester
drop?
City.
No,
Manchester City.
Bro,
Oh,
let
to
me
drop-
finish.
sorry,
I
sorry,
didn't finish my question. bro.
Sorry.
Out of those 4 teams, which club has the potential to drop Xabi Alonso's status in football should it go wrong? I would
Liverpool.
say Liverpool.
It's Liverpool.
It's
Definitely.
Liverpool. So, but Hussam, you are right.
I think Bayern, to be honest with you.
No, it's not.
No, it's not Bayern.
Because he's gonna win the league every single year with Bayern.
Bro. He's gonna win
You
the
said
league.
should it go wrong? If you don't win the league at Bayern Munich, your reputation goes to the ground.
No, but
Look at
the
Tuchel
worst.
right
No. The worst thing that could possibly happen is he finishes second. Yeah, this is bad. But if he goes to Liverpool, he might finish outside the top 4.
No, but
He
you're
might
missing
finish
the
sixth.
point. You're looking at league position. But your initial question is what? If it goes wrong, and Bayern Munich going wrong for them is literally just not winning the league. And look at
I also
Thomas
believe
Tuchel.
it won't.
I
not win
promise
the
you
league.
right now, LB, let's be logical. Right now, 2 years ago, if I asked 95% of football fans in the world, would you take Thomas Tuchel? Let's cut the crap. Now, 2 years later, just because of this Bayern shit, 95% of the world are saying no. Salad wouldn't, okay, I wouldn't speak for Salad, but he probably doesn't wouldn't put him top 2 options for Napoli.
I wouldn't
Inter
think
Milan probably
I
don't
would
have
think
top 2
Salah
options.
would take Tuchel at his club. He would.
No, I
He
like
would have-
Tuchel a lot, bro. You
You
guys
like
you have-
Tuchel.
you have me-
So you're-
I like
okay, so hold on.
Tuchel, man.
So
I think
you are coming here to tell us that Bayern Munich team is absolutely fantastic, and you're like,
No,
this is absolutely, and
but-
then
but if
and
you-
then
no,
you're
no,
saying
if you
that
were- if- no, no,
I
if you
think
were
it
look-
doesn't make sense.
if you were looking at my tweets from last night, I was saying this doesn't make sense to me. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
it does make sense to us.
it doesn't make sense. If I'm gonna put the blame at someone, it's gonna be Tuchel because I still think this team is incredible. If I have to place the blame somewhere, if you make me place the blame somewhere, I'm blaming Thomas Tuchel because this team to me is fantastic. You've got the best striker in the world. You've got one of the best young players in the world. I mean, you've got enough good players to beat Lazio, bro. Lazio are 7th or 8th in Serie A. They're terrible. There's no there's no excuse. for you not to have a shot on
By the way,
target
they were
against this.
terrible even yesterday. Lazio didn't
They,
play
they
well.
are, bro. They're not a good team.
No,
That
but
number
I tell you
18 on
what,
the
I
right
think
wing,
they knew that
horrible.
Bayern aren't good. I think LB did a watch along. It was very obvious that they knew that Bayern will keep passing the ball around and they aren't good. They know that
Right,
Bayern
okay,
have
but
a
that goes
mistake,
exactly
and they
back to
made the
point.
mistake. Bayern Munich made the mistake twice, and it was Upamecano twice.
Yeah.
Yo, you
told
know the
you,
thing
bro.
about
He's
Upamecano?
ass,
Can I just
man.
say something? Can I say something about
Upamecano.
I feel so bad for the guy, right? I feel so
Why you
bad
feel
for him.
Why?
Because let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Bro, for 80% of the season, he plays so well when no one's watching. The few games that people are watching, it just happens to do the craziest, dumbest shit.
That's because he
I,
can't handle the
wallahi,
pressure, bro.
I felt
Yeah,
so bad
LB
for
is right.
Upamecano last year against Manchester City, bro, because he was having a tremendous season last year. And then Haaland did that to him, and all of a sudden, his stocks drop
That's
all
what
of a sudden.
separates the greats, though, from the good
I
players.
agree.
Man.
I agree. And that's why I feel bad for him, because he's got all the qualities to be such a good player. But it's just, yeah.
Hands down, to
unfortunate.
be honest. Now,
LB, don't
there's
you
no
think I've just
comparison between him
pressed
and
your
Konate.
point, and that's why you're silent? Be
What?
honest.
What?
The Tuchel thing that I just said, it's a valid argument.
What
2
did he
years
say?
ago, 95% of the football world would have taken him. Now no one takes him. Because
Nah, that's
Bayern,
ridiculous.
because
You're
you
telling me
just don't win the league at Bayern, and immediately your reputation.
I still think there's a lot of teams and a lot of people take Tuchel.
Oh, you know
Yo,
he's going to
Wissam,
Barcelona,
if
right?
Tuchel-
Yeah, but I'm not
Tuchel
talking
becomes
about
available
like
now.
Luton Town, obviously. I'm not talking about
Okay, no.
Sheffield.
Hussam, if Tuchel becomes available now, there's going to be half the Champions League teams that are playing in the Champions League this year, at least
Who?
half
Give me
of them.
examples.
Barcelona want him already.
Okay, listen, I'll give you some examples. If the teams that started in the Champions League this year, right? Napoli take him, if like wage and stuff aside, just wage and stuff aside, just quality and caliber of coach. Napoli take him, AC Milan take him, Barcelona take him, Borussia Dortmund take him. I mean, he's at Bayern Munich. There's like he's still gonna have a decent number of jobs. Like he's still a top quality coach, man. I feel like he just. I can't explain it. Like,
I don't
bro,
think
I
it's fair. I don't
I
think
can explain everything. I can't explain what's going on at Bayern Munich right now.
Has done negative to his reputation. This is a fact.
No, that's factual. I agree. I
He
agree.
was looked
I can't
at
disagree
way
with that.
higher regard. We were on Spaces together 2 years ago when we were doing like ranking managers in the world. Thomas Tuchel was either the third or the fourth name. Now
Definitely.
he's not. Now he's not even top, like maybe 7, 8.
I remember on those spaces, a lot of people had him above someone like Jurgen Klopp, for example. Like he was a very highly rated manager, but no one will even look at you with a straight face and say that. But at the same time, I just can't explain what's going wrong at Bayern right now. I promise it makes no sense to me.
I don't
Because
think half the players want to be there, bro. Half the players that want to be there. I think half of them want to leave. Kimmich probably wants to leave. Musiala's
So you blame Poch for Chelsea, but not Tuchel for Bayern, yeah, LB?
What you say, sorry?
So you blame Poch for Chelsea, but not Tuchel for Bayern?
I don't think Tuchel's doing a good job at Bayern Munich. But I also don't think
the commentator in the game said something yesterday.
I asked if he's to blame. You have to say it right now.
I would blame the board more than the manager, but he's definitely part to blame.
No way, bro.
No, you see how LB has been exposed.
Pochettino is at fault at Chelsea, but Tuchel isn't at fault at Bayern Munich.
I just said Tuchel's partially to blame.
Your credibility is
I just said Tuchel is partially to blame, but I think the board have got part to blame in this as well.
Well, no, how do you blame the board? Why?
I don't think it was a good fit. I don't think Tuchel was a good fit for Bayern in the first place. After the squad's got 18 months left on the contract, so you're creating instability within the football club, because every other day one of the players who's being linked with City, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Liverpool, they're all being linked away. So that you're not blaming the board for that. They created a completely unstable situation.
That's a fair argument.
They sacked Nagelsmann last year when they didn't need to sack Nagelsmann.
LB, if this
I think they sacked Nagelsmann.
If this wasn't you, you'd be making a valid point. Everything you just said applies to Poch and Chelsea, yet you blame Pochettino for where Chelsea are at.
Oh no, I don't blame Poch, by the way. There's no, I don't blame Poch.
I don't blame Poch.
I don't blame Poch.
You're telling me
I blame Poch about 10% of what's going on at Chelsea.
There. Bro, let me rebuttal that. You told me I've never criticised the Chelsea board. I criticise them literally every day.
Who's to blame for the situation at Chelsea? Let's do short questions.
Primarily the board.
And okay, so now he's changed. Mo, has he ever said this before? Be honest.
Be honest. I literally slag off the Chelsea.
Be honest. Why are you smiling? Answer right now. Answer.
I slag off Pochettino. I think Pochettino should have them higher in the table. I think he's a fraudulent manager. I don't think he's ever done anything good in the game.
We aren't going to debate that, but if you're going to have this argument, I think that Bayern Munich team should be top of the table, should be playing better football. Yes or no?
Yes.
100%.
Okay. Why does that have to do anything with the board?
Why? I've just told you because I don't think Tuchel was the right appointment. and they're creating instability
because
within
he
the
is
football club.
okay, sir. Because he is a good manager or a bad manager.
I don't think it's about whether he's good or bad. I don't think he's the right personality for someone like Bayern Munich. You got to have the
Why?
right fit.
This is very like just.
I just don't think he's
you're
the right
giving a
fit.
very
Very famous
political
Bayern
answer.
No,
Like
it's not at all. If Jose Mourinho coming
people
to
forget this
Manchester
guy.
City, it wouldn't work,
Thomas
would it?
Tuchel, the year
yeah, but
before he won the
Jose
Champions League
Mourinho
with
is
Chelsea.
washed.
Oh, all right, then. Think of another manager then. Someone who's played Simeone. If he come to Manchester City, I don't think he'd be a great fit for Manchester City.
I think
Simeone.
you still win the league though.
You need to have a good fit of a manager for
Or
the
really,
club.
Simeone would win the league at City. That's why it's a boring job.
I
Actually
he'd be
think
the
he
right
would win
fit.
the league of Samu City.
And you
Yeah,
guys,
I
because
agree with you.
actually the
Boring.
players actually are if he has these players, he will still win the league. They're gonna play
Yeah,
transition
big up
football.
Mancini, who's currently manager of Saudi Arabia. He lost to South Korea in the Asian Cup. And big up to Pellegrini, who's unemployed right now. So much fun being the City
So
manager.
okay, good segue
If
then.
you were.
Good segue. Man City triple loading. They are the favorites for the Premier League, favorites for the Cup, favorites for the Champions League, right? And looking at Bayern and PSG yesterday, and even Real Madrid the other day, who played good, but didn't play as well as for me to sit here and say, yeah, you can stop Manchester City. If Manchester City win a triple, which is, I'm going to say, it's more likely than not they win a triple. Do we agree on this or no? Or someone thinks that Manchester City aren't on for a triple?
I have a bad feeling about the FA Cup, man, but yeah.
No, that's the only one. That's the only
yeah,
one.
That one is tricky though, because it depends who
Yeah.
you play, which team he puts out until he reaches the final. It depends on Pep's approach to the
FA
game.
Cup, but the Champions League, Mo, I think they're favorites. And I said the minute they won the Champions League last year, before I saw anything that they did in the summer, I said Man City are the favorites for the Champions League again next year. And the reason for that is the only thing that was stopping Man City in previous years, they were getting to semi-finals. And the only thing that was stopping them is the hurdle of not actually winning it. Now that they've won it, there's nothing in their way. They're not gonna play with the pressure anymore. They've already won it. If they lose, okay, cool, we'll go again next year. Now they've gotten over that hurdle. There's literally nothing in their way. Man City have been the best team in the world alongside Liverpool and Real Madrid, if you want to do semantics, for the best part of the last decade. They should have won the Champions League 6 years ago, 7 years ago. But it's just like I remember when they went out in the semi-finals to Real Madrid, I think 5 or 6 years ago, when Real Madrid got to the final, and I think it was the year that Salah's arm, I think it was that year, did they lose to Man City? When Gareth Bale scored. Was it that year?
Yeah.
They were the best team in the world that year, and they should have won it that year. Every single year for the last 6 years, Man City have been the best team in the world and should have won the Champions League. The only thing is...
That's not true, but fine.
Okay, Mo, relax.
It's
I'm talking.
exaggeration.
Please, Mo. The only thing is, it was the whole mental block, and Pep can't win it without Messi, and it was just that. That was the only thing stopping them. Now that they've gotten over that hurdle, there's nothing in the way of Manchester City. Because if we remember, Pep used to overthink his squad. He wouldn't start Rodri in the final, for example. He would do silly things to try and be too smart.
This is fact, bro.
Try and be too smart. Now that Man City have done it, bro, there's nothing in their way. Like there's no team that I see good enough to beat this team. The only team that I saw at the start of the season was Bayern Munich when I look at the squad and the players that they have when they added Harry Kane. But now that they're playing like this, bro, there's nothing in Manchester City.
You know the best
they're
thing,
playing like this. They aren't even playing as good as last season.
Nah,
that's
bro,
what I meant.
We're doing.
No, I meant Bayern Munich playing the way that they're playing, as in they're not playing that well.
No. I'm talking about Man City. Man City aren't playing as good as last season.
Yeah, but there's no one as good as them, though.
Yeah,
we're playing at like 70%, bro. We'd probably.
The problem is everybody else is worse.
Yeah. That's the truth. You know the only team that I would be really, really, really scared of?
Real Madrid.
Liverpool, man, and they're not in it. I think Liverpool would have the best chance of stopping us from winning it, but they're not in the competition.
Well, watching this Champions League, honestly, I don't know how the fuck we're not in this competition. Obviously, we were crap last year, but we should have qualified.
Say that until you don't win the Europa League, and then you'll be like,
I don't give a fuck about Europa.
Imagine if they don't. Yeah, but you're just saying I'm watching this Champions League, and I'm
supporter
like, oh my god, I wish I'm there.
I'm the supporter of 6-time Champions League winners. I basically have 6 supercars parked in my garage, and you're saying you need to go get a Honda or a Prius.
No, I'm not saying you need to get a Honda. I'm not saying that. You're misunderstanding. You're misunderstanding what I'm saying. You jumped the gun because you're misunderstanding, because you're sensitive again.
Liverpool fans are sensitive. We know that.
Very sensitive, bro. All I'm saying, he just sat here and said,
very insecure and sensitive.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm
insecure about anything. LB said he was worried about
Yeah,
Liverpool,
yeah,
not
man.
me. How are you making it about me? He
You
said
are
it,
the
not
one. You're the one who said, "I'm watching this Champions League," and he did this face. So I told you, you better win the Europa League then. And then you got sensitive.
No, but you can't compare it. That's out of context, Mo.
It is.
Devil's
It
advocate,
is.
Mo, fraudulent,
It's no,
Mo.
no,
Once
no.
again,
Come
you know
on.
why? Fraudulent, Mo. Because in the Europa League, obviously, Klopp doesn't take it as seriously as he would the Champions League. Because had we been in the Champions League, we'd be playing the starting 11
Already
Tuesday and Wednesday.
excuses.
If you get to the semi-final, though, you'll take it seriously.
I'm
Yes,
making
exactly.
excuses. Guys, according to Footy Judge Mo, like and subscribe right now. Europa League is just as important as Champions League.
Never
So
said
Klopp
that.
wouldn't have changed this
Never
energy.
said. Don't do.
Hey,
Don't do.
HUSSAM is so
don't do-
shameless. He
It's
didn't
also
say
his
that.
last season,
Don't
bro. He
do.
was going to
Don't
go out
do
for all
Mo.
trophies, bro. He's
Sam,
gonna go out
don't
for
try.
everything.
Don't try to be Mo. Don't try to take what I say and try to phrase it the way you. Don't do Mo. Okay.
So you're
Just
you're
do you.
admitting you
Okay,
changed
do
what I
you.
said just
Do
now.
you? I
You're
actually
admitting you changed what
I
I
am
just said.
taking what you're saying and I'm trying to understand it in a way that the audience probably will get your point, probably because you
Okay,
are
I'll explain it in 10
you are
seconds.
speaking
Champions
this
League. Champions League is a lot more important than Europa League.
100%.
So in the Champions League, had we been in it, Jurgen Klopp would be playing the starting 11 every Tuesday and Wednesday. In the Europa League, I cannot guarantee that. So I can't guarantee that Conor Bradley goes away to Roma and performs like he does at home to Luton. You understand? That's why it's a different thing. So now, I did not say that Liverpool are scary. LB did. Now, when we go back to the Champions League and this conversation and about City winning the treble, I think City are winning the Champions League. The earliest prediction I made was City winning the Champions League because of what Salah just said. As soon as they got over the hurdle, khalas, floodgates will open now. I think City are going to win the Champions League. They could genuinely go like back to back Champions Leagues, like Real Madrid.
But it depends on Pep Guardiola staying though. That's
yes,
what it depends on.
No, I agree with that. But I think this season they're going to win the Champions League. Premier League is the only thing. Premier League and FA Cup are the only two where they could be stopped. To be honest with you, Champions League, people might not like my answer, but I think
Arsenal.
You're probably more likely to beat City in the final than to beat them in a two-legged tie. Like, because you could catch them on an off day. By the way, I'll give you an example. Aston Villa away. Man City's worst game this season, where Aston Villa dominated them, created the more dangerous chances and won 1-0. Now, we cannot sit here and claim that a Real Madrid or an Inter or a Atletico cannot replicate said game. So I think in two-legged ties, they beat everyone. They genuinely beat everyone. The only way they get knocked out in a two-legged tie is if basically, okay, this is what needs to happen for them to get knocked out in a two-legged tie. Let's say they face Atletico Madrid. Simeone parks the crap out of the bus. They have no solutions whatsoever, and they don't score, literally. Like, they literally have 0 goals in like at the Etihad, and then they have to go away to the Wanda Metropolitano, and then they lose like 1-0 on a counter-attack goal. So it has to be like smash and grab type shit. But in a final, they could lose. I mean, even last year, your team, by the way, had Lukaku not been an absolute idiot, literally, like I'm being dead serious, you honestly could have won that game. You know, KDB, of course, we all know KDB doesn't turn up at Champions League finals, so you don't have to worry about that.
He got injured.
You have to be worried about Rodri. You have to be worried about Rodri. That's it.
Let me do a couple of these super chats because they are related. Faraz is saying Salah and Bradley on the right side, we can cope. Yeah, 100%. He's talking about that Trent injury, 100%. I think Trent injury might affect him in the league as well. Might affect Liverpool in the league. It's not only the cup final is one game. Jurgen Klopp can manage that one game. The problem is going to be in the league, to be honest. But yes, Faraz. And Faraz is saying Gerard's job is to buy our dross players.
Yes.
I don't know what that means.
Al-Ittifaq, any shit player, call me. You want. Let's go.
Damn.
That's what it means.
Ryan is saying, win the title with Liverpool, your rating go up so much. Win the title with Bayern, you're basically Niko Kovac, corrupt judge. You're better than this. But you're not understanding the point.
No.
Liverpool fans are just being sensitive, to be honest.
And they're only thinking about the positive situation here with the Liverpool situation. You're not thinking about, what about if he finishes 6 or 7?
And what's more likely? Do you think if Jurgen Klopp only succeeded once to win the league?
Well, I don't miss the point. You missed the point.
You're talking about league position. Xabi Alonso obviously is not going to finish 7th with Bayern. You're missing the point, LB. I'm saying if you become Bayern manager and do not win the league, you're deemed a failure. You get it now? So by definition, you just finishing 2nd, you failed directly. There is no because Xabi Alonso could come to Liverpool, finish 3rd, And based on the context, it could be looked at as a good season for Liverpool, as an example. So it's not just about league position. Now, I completely agree with Salad's answer. If you want honest best club for him, wait 1 year and then go to Real Madrid. This is what I agree with. Now, the one thing from Xabi Alonso's perspective, he's probably thinking, you don't know when this opportunity will come again. So might as well just take this Liverpool job. And if you're good enough, and if you do win, and if you are successful, Real Madrid will come in for you anyway, whether it be 3-4 years down the line or whatever. Like they will come
So
back.
here is a very plausible. Sorry, Salah. Here is a very plausible scenario that can happen. He goes to Liverpool. Year 1, he comes third. Second year, he comes second. Third year, he comes second. And Pep Guardiola keeps winning league titles, right? Pep Guardiola renews a couple of more years. What do the fan base will think? There is no rebuilding here, by the way, HUSAM. You already bought midfielders. You already have Konate. Trent is young. Yes, you're going to replace Salah and Van Dijk. I think Van Dijk is old enough, is not as old as people think. A center back can play until 34, 35. What happens, HUSAM, if he doesn't win the league?
There's another plausible scenario. Xabi Alonso comes into Liverpool. He wins the league back to back. He wins.
What is more likely to happen? What is more likely to happen?
See,
what is more likely to happen?
Yes, most negative scenario. I'll do most positive.
Actually, this is not a negative scenario.
That's not the most negative scenario.
This is not the most negative one, bro.
Scenario. That's the most realistic scenario.
This is not very.
That's the most realistic scenario.
Winning.
Okay,
he might win the FA Cup.
Can I ask you something?
I don't want to go back to Xabi Alonso, but HUSAM is like so into.
Let me ask me. Best club for him to go to. I agreed with Salad. I didn't even say my own. I said Real Madrid after a year. You want me to sit here and act like Xabi Alonso winning the league at Bayern Munich is some sort of achievement? If I go to the list of managers who won the league at Bayern Munich, you will be ashamed of yourself for even bringing up Bayern Munich. Felix Magath, Nico Kovac, مش عارف مين.
I want to ask you. Okay, fine. Mohammed, it's fine. I'm going to ask you a question.
No, can I ask HUSAM a question really
quickly?
I
want to ask him about just a question about this. I'm sorry, HUSAM. If Xabi Alonso, if any manager comes to Liverpool, doesn't win the league for 3 years, would you want him out?
Of course. 3 years is a long period.
Okay. Isn't it very plausible isn't it very plausible that Xabi Alonso
very likely you're making out?
You don't think it's likely that a new manager comes and Pep Guardiola wins the league for 3 years?
No.
Someone else. So you or Arteta, for example, you think that Xabi Alonso comes to Liverpool and he is more capable of stopping Pep than Jurgen Klopp?
That's the question I was about to ask. That's exactly the question I was about to ask.
I'll tell you how. If he wins the league with Leverkusen, this whole conversation changes. So I want him to finish this job first. So if he wins the league, this whole conversation becomes a whole different thing because you stopped Bayern Munich dominance. That's a big thing. That's not no easy thing. So if you stop the Bayern dominance, I think the conversation changes, to be honest with you.
Didn't Klopp do that at Germany, though? When he was at
Dortmund.
And he only done it once, though, didn't he?
But
he won 2 league titles in Germany. Thank you very much.
No. In England, he's won 1 Premier League.
Oh my God, man. This LB guy, bro. You guys, you know the problem with City fans? That's the problem with City fans. Yeah. They cannot have a normal conversation. They're just sexually attracted to trophies, and they cannot have just a regular conversation with context ever. Context
no. You just said you'd want the manager.
Guardiola has not done anything that Mancini and Pellegrini didn't do in the league, other than do it
100%.
Other than get 100 points.
I just said, see, you didn't let me finish. Other than do it in a nicer way. I just said that. He done it much better.
He dominated. Pellegrini lost the league.
That's what I just said. He done it much better than Thingy. But my whole lifetime,
you doing it much better means you're a different achievement. You jumping higher, everybody can jump, right? But if you jump higher, it is just a better achievement. There's only
everyone can run, but there's a difference between me running and you saying running.
You winning 1 medal is different than you winning multiple medals in a row and dominating the Olympics for like 10 years. HUSAM, HUSAM, to be honest, you're being
HUSAM, I've got a question for you though. Do you rate?
You're not letting me land. This is your problem.
I just said
Mancini and Pellegrini won the league with Manchester City. Pep won it with Manchester City in a much nicer way. I just said that. He broke the record. So he won the gold medal like the other two, but he broke the Olympic record at jumping. If you want to use the jumping
example. The guy won a triple.
Now when it comes to Liverpool
against your mighty Liverpool. He won a
just
treble
talking
against
about-
your mighty Liverpool. He won a treble against your mighty Liverpool.
Boy,
He
you've
won a
actually been
three-peat against your mighty. I'm not, but you're being shameless.
Because
Wallah
you're interrupting
al-azim,
me
Azam.
mid-sentence.
Wallah al-azim, I am not.
I was
trolling.
about to get to Jurgen Klopp, and then I'm literally done. Let me
طيب،
finish.
خلاص، اتفضل.
Don't interrupt me mid-sentence just so you
تفضل.
think you can make a point.
تفضل.
Okay. Now, with what LB said, the reason why I'm telling him he's sexually attracted to trophies. Pep Guardiola came into a team that won the league the year before. Jurgen Klopp came into a team that has not won the league for 26 years.
No, he didn't.
For 30 years.
No,
Do
he
you
didn't.
understand the difference?
No, he didn't.
So
He scraped into the top
Jurgen
four.
Klopp had to build a club that was 8th.
Fake
into winning the
news.
league.
Fake news.
Had to win the league. Had to build a club that
Fake
was 8th
news.
into winning the league.
Fake
Yeah.
news.
I mean, to be
Okay,
fair,
had
though,
to
I was
win the
making,
league with a year-
no,
with a
LB,
team
I was
of
making,
8.
I was making this argument.
طب
on,
I want to know Husam's conclusion. What's the point? What's the
Okay, my
conclusion?
conclusion relates to the Xabi Alonso
We
question
can
that
respond to
Khaled
you,
asked, which I was answering before I was interrupted 500 times.
Yes.
If he wins the league with Leverkusen, he has done something similar to what Klopp done at Dortmund.
Yes.
Therefore, he shows me he can break a team's dominance, like by definition, because breaking Bayern's dominance is basically like breaking Juventus' dominance that Conte done for Inter is the same thing as breaking Pep's dominance that City done for that
Don't
he
you
done
think
for
this
Man
is the
City.
worst
So-
Bayern ever?
okay, no problem, and he can win the league when it's the worst City ever. Adi, it can happen.
Oh, all right. And you believe this will happen with Pep Guardiola? This will be the worst City ever?
1920, we won the league. They had like 80 points. Doesn't matter.
All right. So you think if he comes in, he will actually win the league? If
Yes,
you think
I
that,
think
it's up to you.
If he wins the league with Leverkusen, he can win the league with Liverpool. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how translatable that is. I think if while Pep's here, Pep will always be the favorite, and I think if Liverpool don't win it this year, you're not going to win it for the foreseeable future, in my opinion.
I agree.
With or without Xabi Alonso, because if
You
Jurgen Klopp,
don't know that.
if
you don't know that.
I agree with
okay,
you. bro.
and Hussam, I'll tell you how I came to this conclusion personally, right? I think Jurgen Klopp is one of the, if not the best manager in the world, right? Obviously, Pep Guardiola aside, if he can't do it, I can't fathom. Why are you laughing?
King ball checkbook fraud.
Because Hussam sits here every stream telling us that Klopp is better than Pep Guardiola.
No, I'm okay, bro.
Yeah, I
but
said
Mo,
pound for pound, best manager in the world.
yeah,
That's
no,
fixed.
Exactly.
Mo, I was on your stream
Because I
explaining why.
thought Mo Salah would give props to Klopp, and then he said, "Well, Pep on the sides."
But Mo, but I was on this stream literally 2 weeks ago explaining why I think Klopp has done a better job for Liverpool than. Klopp has done a better job for Liverpool than Pep has for Manchester City. When Hussam says pound for pound, I 100% agree with him. And I sat here and I did a 3-minute monologue. I don't even do monologues explaining to you why I think Klopp has done a better job. But that's a conversation for another day. The point I'm trying to make is if
That's
Klopp
why Napoli is the biggest club in Italy. Hold that, Mo.
don't do that.
Hold that. Hold that.
But the point I'm trying to get to, Hussam, is if Klopp hasn't been able to do it and Klopp has been so close yet hasn't been able to do it, I don't see a young manager coming and doing that, because and you're forgetting the situations are different. Because when Klopp came to Liverpool, Liverpool were in a rebuild. He had the keys to rebuild. You're expecting Xabi Alonso, a new manager, because he also went to the Champions League final, if I'm not correct, with Borussia Dortmund, Jurgen Klopp, correct?
He did.
Yes.
He did. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and his job was to come in and rebuild Liverpool to make them into a contender, which he did successfully and he won with. Xabi Alonso comes in with a new set of expectations. The expectations are, you're not rebuilding. This is not a team. Like, he's coming in with pressure instantly. That's why I don't think you can expect a new manager, which Xabi Alonso
He's
is,
right.
to come in and
He's
compete with
right.
Pep straight away.
He's factual correct.
I'm not, but the question was within 3 years. That's it.
No,
That's
but
not
bro,
like
3 years is minuscule compared. Bro, Jurgen Klopp has been managing for 30 years before he came to Liverpool. He's got so much experience. This is Xabi Alonso's first job. He got lucky in a sense that he
Yeah,
caught
but you know
Bayern
what's
Munich
this?
at the worst.
Low key, the manager market stinks right now. That's another
It's
thing,
it's
yeah.
horrible. It's
Yeah, it
horrible.
does stink.
Bro,
It
no,
does
no, yo, and Hussam, what was the first thing I said when I came here? I said Xabi Alonso is an incredibly good manager, which I rate highly. And if you're a big team that wants a manager, I say you go with Xabi Alonso. Personally, I think if I'm Real Madrid, I part ways with Ancelotti this year in order to get Xabi Alonso, because there's no managers available. Because if you wait 2 years, who's going to be available? Who are you going to get? You know what
No,
I'm trying to
I
say?
agree. That's why I said
You're
even
in
Madrid
trouble.
is his best option. I'm agreeing with
If
you. I
you're
have no
Real
problem.
Madrid, in my opinion, you either guarantee Xabi Alonso the job next year or you swoop in and take him this year.
Yeah.
I
Because
agree.
don't care
I
how
agree.
much-
I
I don't care how
100%
much you love
agree with you.
Liverpool. If Real Madrid come in to call you, you're going to Real Madrid. You feel me? That's just how
That's
how
that's
it
why the context of the question, like to be honest, if we don't get Xabi Alonso, the options after that are mad.
You're
Like
pissed.
Hansi Flick
You're in a
would be
problem.
respectable. Enrique would be respectable, of course. But when you look at the
Xavi,
rest,
you can get Xavi.
I don't want Xavi. I don't want Nagelsmann. I don't want
No,
hipster De Zerbi. I don't want none of these players. Like, bro, there is a world in which
We know who you want.
genuinely get a shit manager. That's why Xabi Alonso is not
We
a
know
bad
who you
option.
want. We know who you want.
I want Zinedine Zidane. That's who I want.
No, we know that. We know you
That's my
want
primary
You want Pochettino in the
If
league.
we could convince, if we can convince Zidane to manage an English club, I would get him tomorrow.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Ryan is saying, Hussam, you have to fight for our club in this stream versus the corrupt judge, a City fan and a Napoli fan, more obsessed with Liverpool than his own club. He's definitely.
Salah has been objective
I've
today.
done nothing
No, but
but
Salah is
defend
obsessed
Liverpool
with
today.
Liverpool.
I've done
To be
nothing.
fair, he
but-
sent this before you spoke, Salah. To be fair,
fair enough. That's true. My reputation precedes me, I guess.
Based on reputation.
Please look at City's midfield on stream versus Villa. I don't know. Whose
Oh
midfield
my
is that?
god, the team with a 1.5 billion fucking worth squad. I'm supposed to feel bad for them because they have DM out. Grow up, bro. I've had half my squad out this whole year. Soboslai has been injured, Trent's been injured, Van Dijk's been injured, Konate's been injured, Alisson's been injured, Robertson's been injured, Tsimikas has been injured, Salah's been injured, Diaz, Nunez, Jota. I just mentioned the whole squad, bro. We had to play fucking Tom Little and his cousin at right back and in midfield and go to Emirates away. And I'm supposed to sit here and feel bad for you because you didn't have Rodri away at Man City. Fucking grow up, City fans. You're so pathetic in the chat, honestly.
Guys, we have 500 people here and we aren't even on 200 likes. The like button is underneath the live chat. I know you are enjoying this, right? So the like button is underneath the live chat. Mina here is facts. This is what LB is talking about. And Salah took Klopp 5 years and only 2 with Pep. Xavi in 3. You think Xavi is going to do it in 3 years? Well, it took Jurgen Klopp 5 years.
Don't you think Salah's point already answers this question? Think about it.
Salah already said that he doesn't think that Klopp
needs
will.
a rebuild from scratch. He's coming into a team that has options and pieces.
And
It
he
just
said that the pressure
needs,
is going to be
it
there.
needs 2 or 3 pieces. And then if he can establish a solid system and play the way he's playing at Bayer Leverkusen, we could be successful. Not first year, but within 3 years, yes, we can win a league title with Xabi Alonso.
Maybe
But at the same time,
100%.
You can. I think it's unlikely.
No, for sure you can. I mean, of course you can.
Anything can.
But it's
You
unlikely.
can.
Honestly, I hope we win the league this season because this LB guy better fucking block me. Telling you right now.
Mate, listen, it'd be nice for you to win a second Premier League title, bro.
No,
I would love to see that for you, honestly.
Yeah, 0 charges though. 0 charges, 2 league titles.
I would be so happy for you.
I've done it the right way.
It's gonna be a
Good.
historical day.
No
It's gonna be a historical day when these charges actually happen, and it's just gonna be.
I'll have the biggest
Absolutely.
party on YouTube. I've already said.
I
No
would be so
one
happy
in
for
the
you, bro.
planet will have a bigger party than me. Cigars, I'm bringing food, I'm making 8-hour stream. I've already announced it. If they get charged and found guilty, I'm making an 8-hour stream.
I might have
Everyone
to
can join.
fly to Jordan and be with Hussam for that. Wallahi,
Wallahi,
it's
ahlan
crazy.
sahlan. Wallahi, you're welcome.
It's
I'll
crazy,
bring you
bro.
from
See,
The
see,
day
see,
that
Mitch,
happens,
I literally
think-
just said I will be happy for Hussam if his team wins another Premier League, a second Premier League title in their club's amazing history. 2 titles in over 30 years. That would be great for him. I said I'll be happy, and now he's telling me how he's going to party if my club gets relegated. I have class. You don't have class, Hussam. Okay.
All I said was we win it with 0 charges, which is factual. I don't have any charges on my head.
I'll be so
That's
happy
fine.
for you, honestly. for your
Hussam,
second Premier
to
League
be
title.
fair, to be fair though, I genuinely believe every single Premier League team does something that isn't fully legal. Maybe not 115 times, but
No, we're not speaking about this, bro. I wasn't
You
prepared
know,
for this.
Salad, you know what you just said? Let me tell you what you just said. One guy smokes weed, the other guy smokes Class A drug, and the third guy distributes
it.
drug to all of them. That's the difference.
What's it?
He's the drug dealer. So there's a difference between smoking something yourself and drug dealing.
Yeah,
That's
true.
That's the one of them you go into rehab, go to jail for a year. The other one you're locked up for 30. That's the difference.
Wallahi,
Well, bro,
even if
yo,
City
Hussam,
found
well, I
guilty,
think
it's
thinking
not
about
that
it, bro.
bad. I don't think
No,
it's
but
that bad.
thinking about what Hussam said, bro, the manager market is horrific right now. Like,
Mm.
who do you even like? I mean, personally, I think De Zerbi is an absolutely incredible coach because I've been following him since his Serie A days. What I saw him do for Sassuolo, absolutely out of this world, right? The team with Berardi, Raspadori, Scamacca, what's it called, Locatelli. Like he built something incredible there. He had a team that was, before he came, was in the bottom 5 to competing for the European places, and they went to Shakhtar
Do you think
Donetsk.
De Zerbi should go to a top? Do you think De Zerbi will succeed like a team like Man City or Real? By the way, Real Madrid might hire De Zerbi. This is something just new.
The thing is, Mo, you never know until you actually do it.
Yes.
I mean, will Xabi Alonso succeed at a top? I mean, you just don't know how these people react to these situations. But I think De Zerbi has all the tools because the most important thing is a philosophy, and he has that. And you can see that even though he's struggled with injuries like significantly this year, they still look like a decent team. Yeah, the thing with Brighton is, because he's so arrogant with his philosophy, they'll lose by 6 goals to Aston Villa sometimes, but then they still do play a certain brand of football, and I respect it highly. Me personally, I want him to come home, and like my dream would be for De Zerbi to come to Napoli. That's the dream. But I mean,
so you can become top 4 team again.
Stop it, Mo. Stop it.
So can I ask you a question? If Liverpool do not get Xabi Alonso, are Liverpool like finished?
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
It really depends who we hire.
It's a genuine question because who else?
Genuinely.
Who else are they going to get, man?
When Klopp decided, or that video came out that Klopp's not going to come anymore, I was like, yeah, they're going back to decades of mediocrity. Like, because the manager market is so barren, you're going to go to decades of mediocrity.
Be that bad, to be fair. I don't think Hansi Flick is that bad. Like, it's not like our done option. There is our finished option, which is like if we go down the Graham Potter route, then we're just absolutely just done.
Please.
If we get
I will have an 8-hour party stream with the cigars if you get Graham Potter.
Listen, if we get Graham Potter,
please.
If we get Graham Potter, I think I'll have my most watched stream ever because I'll be Potter out the moment he walks in the club. I'm just
why don't they get Conte or something like this?
No, that doesn't suit Liverpool.
Honestly, Zidane would be my absolute favorite.
Yeah, Zidane would be good, but also Zidane doesn't have a lot of experience.
Why are you so convinced on Zidane though? Like, I've never really been so convinced.
Because he's a man manager and he would command the respect of all the players. Like when Zidane speaks, you listen.
Well, if we put you in the dressing room, they will respect you.
I appreciate you. I know that.
So HUSSAM, this is
fucking yell at them in Arabic. Everybody will shake their pants, and that's it.
Only Salah will understand.
No, so HUSSAM, this is the point I'm trying to get to, innit? He's an incredible man manager, and that is enough when you're managing Real Madrid, who are arguably the best team in the world and have a top 3 player in every single position. You just need to manage them. Go out and do what you do. But with a Liverpool team that kind of needs to be coached, what evidence is there that Zidane can actually coach these players and put them in the right position?
One of the best teams of all.
Like if you go through that team that he went back, that he went, if you go through that team that he went with the 3-peat Champions League, every single position is a top 3 player in that position in the world, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it is.
I hear you.
Liverpool, you're going to need to come and coach. So what evidence is that they can coach?
If we get Zidane, we're getting Kylian Mbappé the next day, the day after. Let's go. That's what's going to happen. So if we get Zidane, Mbappé, Salah, same
why
team,
would Kylian Mbappé go Liverpool?
I heard you yesterday.
Another thing.
Mo, I heard you yesterday, Mo. You were arguing for him going to Arsenal. If you dare and try act like him going to Liverpool would be better. Oh, see? This footy judge will think I don't follow him because you want to win every battle. You end up losing the war, baby. I come ready with a shield.
Bro, you're lying.
Riding my horse.
You're lying.
You're lying. To just fight you. I'm ready.
You're lying.
Yesterday,
you are lying.
At
the end, I said that he wouldn't go to Arsenal,
and he's going to be the face.
Finish your. I actually was making.
on Arsenal.
I was making a point. I was making a point when a super chat said we don't want him at Arsenal because he pays high wage. But I think at the end, Kylian Mbappé wouldn't go to Arsenal. He wouldn't. He wouldn't go to a team.
If it's between Arsenal and Liverpool, I think he ends up at Arsenal just because it's London. In my opinion.
Listen, this is no longer Alexis Sanchez wife days. It's different now.
No, bro. I mean, when you
genuinely think if Kylian Mbappé, if Real Madrid is not on the team, I wanted to maybe we'll go to this point. Let this fucking show run itself. Look at City's lineup. It wasn't just Rodri.
Yeah, here's the City lineup.
I actually just fucking look. Let me
Ederson,
talk. Yeah.
Walker,
Let me
Diaz,
talk.
Guardiola,
Mo's not used to this. Mo's not used to being on.
Rico Lewis, Julian Alvarez,
HUSAM,
Marcus Nunes, Oscar Bob, Calvin Phillips, Nathan Ake, Ortega, Gomez, and Carson on the bench. That is not good enough to beat Aston Villa, who
No, it's
lost
not.
literally
It's
last
actually
week
not.
to Man United.
It's
You
actually not.
City fans are so bored. As soon as there is one injury, you start bitching and moaning, and the whole world should feel bad for you. But if we lose the Carabao Cup final, and I come here and I say it's because Trent didn't play, oh, you're making excuses. The same guy will come back. You're making excuses. I don't give a fuck who is out. You have a 1.5 billion pound squad. Deal with it. You should have 11 players out and still be able to win. I don't give a fuck, to be honest with you.
You don't give a fuck?
Man.
What? Are you joking, bro? I could see your veins popping out from your head, but you're about.
Mo's not used.
Zero fucks given. Did I tell him to sign Kovacic? Did I tell him to sign Matthews Nunes?
Oh, you
Did I
just did
tell
a
him to sign
massive
Calvin
rant
Phillips?
and then
Not
said, I
my
don't
problem.
care. What are you talking about,
Not
bro?
my problem. He signed all these players. There were 3 midfielders on the bench. He decided to not start any of them. Wallahi, your problem, not mine.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, bro. But you can't say you're not bothered when you just went on a
Listen.
2-minute rant.
No, but the problem is, LB, it's not even you. It's not even you. It's these people who will accuse me of making excuses if I brought up injuries. Imagine I came here after the Arsenal loss, when we lost 3-1 away. What did I say? I was honest. I said we played like shit. We deserve to lose that game. I've said that. Mo knows this. You know this. Salad knows this. You've watched me say this. I didn't come here and say, guys, Soboslai didn't play, Mo Salah didn't play, and make excuses and do all this dumb shit. Khalas, we just were not good enough on the day. That's it. And that day you got dominated. Go look statistically at that game. They literally had 46% possession, 7 shots on target, 22 shots. You got dominated by Aston Villa. That's it. So for you to come here and act like, khalas, if I put Rodri in it, we win. Okay, you drew 4-4 away at Stamford Bridge with Rodri. Yalla, let's talk. You want to talk? Yeah, let's play that game. Exactly. Thank you for coming.
Mina saying LB is amazing. He trolls HUSAM at flawless level. The problem
No
is
one
LB
trolls.
doesn't troll HUSAM.
Yeah,
He just doesn't. He just let HUSAM talk, and then HUSAM trolls himself. This
No,
is
I don't
exactly
troll
what happens
myself.
when this.
No, he does. He does show himself like when he just went on a
I
2-minute
do
rant and
like
said, I
he
don't
genuinely
care.
does. Yes.
No, HUSAM.
Goes in like I don't care.
No, HUSAM does the Hamza thing where if you let him talk for long enough, he'll contradict himself eventually.
Yeah.
I
he
didn't
does.
contradict myself at all.
He does.
Listen, I
He-
didn't
it's-
blame injuries on
it's
the
the Hamza
Liverpool.
gene.
He does do that.
You just let him talk for long enough, and he'll say
my
something.
God. Yeah.
I think this you are first to tell that to HUSAM. Oh shit. No, come on.
Nah,
Okay, Kylian
you cannot
Mbappe.
compare me to Hamza. You can't. Hamza's just a
No, that's
waffle
true,
merchant.
true.
Yeah.
No,
Kylian
Hamza,
Mbappe, where should he go? If he doesn't go to Real Madrid, where should he go?
he should
If I
stay at
lost to
PSG.
Arsenal, I'd just give you a monologue about 1992 and how Arsenal were crap that year and shit like that's what Hamza does, to be fair.
Yeah.
He should stay at PSG.
Hey,
if he
yo,
doesn't go to Real
Yo,
Madrid.
quick
Really?
story about Hamza. The other day we were doing the other day we were on another episode, right? And we were doing top 10 Africans, and he made the exact same argument for 3 different players. The Olympics in 2000 for 3 different Nigerian players to have them in the top 10. And at some point, bro, you said it already 3 times. Which player are you gonna give that success to? Hamza's the greatest of all time, man. Sad story.
Hamza's goated in terms of friends.
Big up the greatest Algerian player of all time, by the way, Rabah Majar. People don't know this. Go do your research. Actually paved the way for many North African players to make it to Europe and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Scored a goal for Bayern Munich in Champions League final. Big up Rabah Majar.
Yeah,
Anyway,
big up.
your question, Mo?
Kylian Mbappe, where should he go?
I
And
think
if
he should
to
stay
be
at
honest,
PSG if he doesn't go Real
to
Madrid.
be honest, that gives me the which club has the biggest pull in the world at the moment?
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid.
Next question.
Really, just Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Next question.
Yes, come on,
Real
bro.
Madrid.
Real Madrid. Real Madrid.
Just Real Madrid. No one.
So you guys
like-
don't think that the Premier League has its like glamour, like the coverage, the media, it's covered everywhere. There's like the viewership is massive.
Listen,
You don't think that plays a factor nowadays? Because
No,
players
no.
want endorsements, want deals, and that
you
comes to
get
the
you get that at
Premier
Real
League.
Madrid? No.
But
You
bro,
can get that at Real
you're
Madrid.
forgetting someone like Mbappe. He's the face of France. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
Mbappe can go play in China, and every single endorsement deal in France will still be his.
Yeah,
Okay.
Does that make sense? So I think these image rights and endorsements, I think if you're a superstar, you're gonna get these regardless. I saw football players in the Super Bowl commercial the other day. You know, like if you're a superstar, you're a superstar. It's as simple as that. Doesn't matter where you go. But in terms of a player like Kylian Mbappe, a superstar of that level, I think the only place he can go to is Real Madrid. Like, there's no. If Man United were good, maybe Manchester United. If Pep
What
Guardiola
about
was gonna,
City? Is City an option for him?
the only thing that makes City attractive is Pep Guardiola. If you know Pep Guardiola is going to leave in a couple of years, you don't even entertain Manchester City, in my opinion.
Are you saying that
No,
Man
you need
City
to stop
won't-
twerking
won't-
for City. It's
won't
disgusting.
be successful?
It's not about success, bro. It's about being a superstar. Like, look at the level of superstar that.
Excuse
It's
me?
like when Cristiano Ronaldo was leaving Man United. Where else was he gonna go? He was gonna go to Real Madrid. There's no other place that's suitable for a superstar of that level. You don't go play for Manchester City or Liverpool if you're that big of a player.
So you
I
think-
agree. When Galactical players, yeah, only they all end up at probably Real Madrid. That
Like,
is
even-
the biggest
Bro,
club in
why
football in the
do
world.
Barcelona no longer have the pull that they did over the last decade? Because Messi's not there anymore. Like, and it's. I
yeah,
mean,
man, we know Barcelona are Messi FC, just Ronaldinho
like,
FC.
there's no.
Barcelona were always a players FC, Romario FC, Ronaldinho FC, Messi FC. When the next Messi comes in, Barcelona will be there. Real Madrid were always a Galactico FC. It wasn't Zidane FC. It was Figo, Zidane, Beckham, Owen, Ronaldo. And then after this, it was Ronaldo. And then
Fuck
there was
Michael
Gareth
Owen.
Bale.
Ronaldo,
Gareth
Kaká,
Kaka,
Benzema.
Gareth Bale, Benzema.
Mhm.
Barcelona are always that. So I get what you guys are saying. The big players always try to go to Real Madrid.
Mo, I
Like,
actually
do
agree.
Do you,
with Salah
do you
again,
guys
by
think?
the way.
Do you guys genuinely believe
First
Erling
option is
Haaland
Real
finished
Madrid.
his
Second
career at
option
Manchester
is
City?
PSG. I actually
Say
agree.
that,
with
I'm
you.
sorry, one at a time.
First option is one. I literally agree with everything Salah said. Number one, Real Madrid. Number two, stay at PSG. That's honestly how I rank them.
I agree.
And then if you want to go third option, I'd put Liverpool up there, dependent on manager. That's it.
Bro, if it's Liverpool or Arsenal, you're going to Arsenal. You probably go Chelsea before you go Liverpool, bro. Just because, bro, players like that don't go to small cities.
Liverpool
bro.
are not third, bro. Liverpool not
Come on,
third
man.
on that list.
Like, you don't like players like that. Don't go to, like, no disrespect to Liverpool. You don't go to these cities, bro. You just
Yeah,
don't.
that's why Thiago Alcantara came to
Oh my
Liverpool,
God,
man.
Thiago
come on,
Alcantara,
man. Let's
Kylian
not do
Mbappe.
that, bro.
Wallah,
That's
man,
why
come on, man.
Virgil van Dijk came to Liverpool. That's why all that.
From Southampton.
Oh,
Oh my
come
God,
on.
this
man.
is
No,
absolutely
You're
horrific.
just
You literally just outdone
A
yourself.
shameless.
It's
This
guys.
Crystal Palace have bigger pull than Liverpool. They're in London.
No, I didn't say. That's why I specifically
No.
said Chelsea. Maybe
See,
Chelsea
you-
if they were
you
good.
know
I don't
you've
give
lost the
a fuck.
battle
London's
there.
a big city. Listen, Brentford have bigger pull. Let's go. From now on, I'm going based on geography and geography
No,
only.
Hussam, you've lost the
You
battle.
heard it
because now
here
you're
first,
chatting
guys.
waffle, bro.
Brentford
Yeah,
has
yeah,
bigger
yeah.
pull than
You're
Liverpool.
waffling.
You
So
are-
Now
we know you've
you
lost.
know why I said Hamza and Hussam. Now you know.
I didn't say anything Hamza said. I'm not giving a monologue about 1993. I'm not.
No, you're just giving me a
See,
monologue about
what
geography.
you're trying to do now
And
is make
Crystal
the
Palace.
argument sound
Sam,
stupid.
so do you think
to
if
Yeah.
Jurgen Klopp leaves, what's the attraction for Liverpool? Do you win trophies regularly? Do you like what's the attraction? I'm being genuinely serious.
Wallahi, honestly, it depends.
The
I
cop
cannot give
end,
you an honest
the
answer.
loud cop end with speakers.
Like I'm
That's
being
it.
Allah al-Azim, Hussam, you know, I'm not trying to be shameless. If you know that if Pep Guardiola leaves, Man City, at least they have a structure, they still have superstars, they have the money to do that. If Jurgen
Oh my
Klopp
God,
leaves
Martin just
Liverpool,
made the most incredible point, by the way. Saliba's his best friend and Henri is his hero, by the way. The
Oh my
Henri
God.
thing
Jude
is
Bellingham's
that's
hero was Steven Gerrard. Who gives a fuck? I was bald last summer.
no, but to be honest, like Liverpool without Jurgen Klopp, do you think you can attract top talent, or do you think it is gonna be more Arsenal can
Yes,
can
of course,
attract them?
because of club size, 100%. Just
Who-
like
who's
Man
the
United
biggest
attracted
player you've
top
signed?
talent without Alex Ferguson. Just like City will
Fantastic
attract
question.
top talent without Pep Guardiola.
Answer
Just like
LB's question.
Yeah, who's the biggest player
Arsenal-
you've ever signed like in the last
Answer
couple of
LB's
years?
question.
yeah, but we don't usually sign world class players. That's
Yeah,
just
but
it.
like, you need to prove that you can get it over the line.
The only guy we signed in who's world class already was Thiago. To be honest with you, that's the one guy we signed.
Nah, that doesn't count.
already. What do you mean that doesn't count?
I don't think that counts as like a
spaces those years and
galactical.
it was
That's not a
consensus
galactical
agreement
player.
Thiago's the best
No,
midfielder in the world.
We're talking about a galactical style player. I don't think
Oh
chat.
my
You guys,
God.
that doesn't class as
You never
don't
signed a galactical player then either. Name one.
Erling Haaland and Kylian
Haaland.
Mbappe were basically the same thing.
Haaland is
Haaland.
not a galactical player.
Yes, he is. Yes,
no,
he
he
is.
isn't. No,
Yes,
he
he is.
isn't.
Yes, he is.
No, he isn't.
He
Haaland
is.
is not a galactical player at all.
Real Madrid wanted him.
That's
Every
not
club in the
point.
world wanted him.
That's not the point.
He's a
He's not
galactical player.
galactical player.
Every
Signing a
club
player
wanted
from
him.
Dortmund for 50 million and giving his dad 50 million under the table is not a galactical player.
It was a release clause. We
That's
signed
not
one. You've not.
For you to
You
claim
do not
Haaland
have
as a
any
Galactico,
evidence to suggest
for
you
you
can
to
get
claim
Galactical
Haaland
players
as a
through the door.
Galactico. Okay, if I were to use your logic, then Virgil van Dijk is a Galactico
No
player.
way,
with
you
your
not.
logic.
Bro, it's from Southampton. No one else was going to pay that money for him. He
Dortmund
wasn't
has
as
a Southampton
Virgil,
as a
Virgil. No one, not a single
Let's go.
person in the world said this is a world-class centre back before he stepped into Liverpool. Not a single person.
Brother,
This-
you see, the problem is you're arguing something thinking it's my logic. I'm arguing his logic. You cannot claim
Erling Haaland scored
You just
100
say
goals in
Haaland's
100
not a
games.
Galactical signing.
Haaland at
Erling
Dortmund-
Haaland. What were you talking about?
Haaland at Dortmund is not a Galactico signing. Because
It was a
what did
Galactical
he,
signing.
okay, let's go
Everybody
back.
wanted him.
Let's go back to how this conversation started. You asked me, name a world-class player you signed. I mentioned Thiago Alcantara.
No,
who
no,
was
no, no.
world-class.
A Galactical player that everybody
LB
wanted.
then changed the question to Galactico type signing.
Because
Now,
that's
what is a Galactico? What is a Galactico by definition? A Galactico is a Luis Figo, is a David Beckham, is a Raul, is a Zinedine Zidane, is a these level type of players. We're talking about the elite of the elite. If you're telling me Erling Haaland was a Galactico at Borussia Dortmund, then you're all lying to yourselves.
Every
No,
club
okay,
in the
okay,
world
okay,
wanted to
cool,
sign
but
him,
he was a legitimate world-class player, and you knew exactly what Erling
I never
Haaland was
argued
gonna
that, Yahya Salad. I never did. I'm arguing his point, not mine.
Yeah, but to you, I don't think Thiago classes is in the same bracket as Mbappe and Haaland. I'm sorry if that's
To
a
be
controversial
fair though,
statement.
to be fair to Hussam, the Mbappe, the Haaland signing is equivalent to the Fernando Torres signing. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yes,
'Cause
yes.
They're very equivalent, and they got
no, I
they got
don't.
that.
I don't.
Are
Yeah,
you
yeah, but
okay?
that was,
this is where
this was also a long time ago, but there was also a lot more strikers on the market at that point.
fair point.
Whereas
Fair point.
Haaland is literally like the only guy you could get other than Kane. And I'm just saying,
Hey
do
guys,
Liverpool
Haaland
have
is a Galactico signing. Haaland is just like
He-
signing
he is.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Let's go.
Nowadays
Signing
he
Haaland
is, yeah.
is like signing Kaká. You heard it here first.
nowadays
Let's
he is,
go.
yeah. You're trying to
It's
make
like
it sound like it's
signing-
not,
it's
but
like-
it clearly is.
It's like
Him.
signing Fabio Cannavaro. Erling
There's
Haaland.
probably there's
I
probably
can't
him.
co-sign that. I can't co-sign that. Can't.
Thank you, because it's not
Yeah, and
logical.
when Hussam puts it this way, I see his points, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not logical.
When Hussam,
co-sign
LB, to
that.
be honest with you, when Hussam puts it this way, Cristiano Ronaldo was a Ballon d'Or winner when he went to Real Madrid. Kaká was a Ballon d'Or winner when he went to Real Madrid. You know
Luis
what I mean?
Figo.
Luis
Yeah,
Figo
but
went from
we don't have
Barcelona
those
to Real
players because
Madrid. Was
football's fucking
R9,
shit now.
like, for
we don't
example,
have
let me-
those players
let me-
anymore.
I
Okay,
listen.
yeah, but
I
that's
hear
the
that.
point.
I hear that, and
R9
I've been making that point for a very, very long time. How many of these players even exist in world football nowadays? Do you know what I'm trying
If
to say? Like,
someone signs Haaland now, that's
there
a
are. I'm gonna
Galactico
tell you
signing.
who are the Galacticos in the world.
Now he's a Galactico.
Go on.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you who are the Galacticos, and
Go-
you
go
know
for
what
it, go
I'm
on.
talking about. Go ahead. I'm gonna tell you. Vinny Jr. at Real Madrid,
Okay,
Rodri
yeah.
at Man City, Kevin
Okay.
De Bruyne at Man City, Haaland at Man City now. Mohamed
Yes.
Salah is a Galactico.
he's 32
Alisson-
years old. Relax.
What?
He's
Yeah,
too old.
not
Relax.
every time Salah agenda. Let
What
him
the
finish.
fuck, yeah?
Okay.
What the fuck is wrong? What
Carry
do you
on.
mean
Yes,
he's
yes.
too
Salah
old?
is a Galactico.
But he is a
signing, of course.
Galactico at the
Of course
moment.
he is. Yes.
I get Salah. Old is not old. Is different. Kevin De Bruyne is old, but he's a Galactico
Alone
now.
church says you're gonna make 500 million. Yes, Salah is a
Okay?
Galactico.
Salah is a Galactico. That's what I'm telling you. The people that are actually Galacticos now in the world.
Trent,
See, Salah
Uh,
is not. Salah is not. Stop. Salah.
Trent, Allison.
In the comments.
Allison, I said
It-
Allison. I don't
You're
think
making
I'm
there's
not- I
way
don't
too
think
many
Trent
lads
is.
on this list. man.
Harry Kane is a Galactico. Like if you sign Harry Kane,
Disagree on
signing-
that one.
you are signing a superstar. You
So
know,
Salah's a Galactico, but Harry Kane's not. Get the fuck out of here. And I don't even swear. Get the fuck out of here.
Let's
You
let's
you
buy-
make
Sam, don't be
let's buy
shameless
Munich
now.
win the league
Don't
this
be
season.
shameless. You're not
make
being
me
shameless
sick.
for no reason, bro.
You make
For
me
no
sick.
reason, you're being shameless. You're being shameless for no reason. We gave your guy the props. Just don't do this. So LB, these are Galacticos. Signing a forward from
Okay,
Dortmund
now
isn't a
compare
Galactico.
those to the
No,
old
no, 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 no.
Galacticos
You're
and
wrong.
look how far your sport has
You're
fallen.
wrong. You're right. You're
I-
wrong.
yeah,
bro.
but
I more-
I am wrong. Why am
compare
wrong?
these
Guys,
to the
guys,
Galacticos.
guys,
Look how
I'm
your-
sorry.
wrong.
look how
I'm
your
sorry.
sport
Let
has
LB
fallen.
respond. Why I'm
You're
wrong,
wrong.
LB?
Because
Why am
Haaland
wrong?
was one of the best strikers in world football, and we competed head to head with Real Madrid to get him through the door. Just like Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham was a Galactical signing when he signed from Dortmund to Real Madrid. Same sort of situation.
Let me ask you something. Do you think
Jude
Musiala is a
Bellingham
Galactico? Okay,
Fuck
I'm
me,
gonna
man.
try to
This team is
debunk this
goddamn
logic.
No,
insane.
Guys,
no, no, I don't think he is.
Guys,
I
okay,
don't
guys,
think Musiala is a
what-
Galactical
let
player.
us
One
talk.
second, one
People,
second, one second, one
let
second.
us
Can I tell you
talk.
something?
Let
I feel
us
like
talk. Let us talk. Okay. Can I
feel
talk?
like-
For fuck's sake.
Can I
Let's
just
fucking talk.
can I say one thing, please?
All right.
I feel like we've got a definition of Galactico wrong. Please, I feel like all of these guys. I don't think any of these are Galacticos.
Bro,
Yeah,
tell me
LB is
Thiago
training
Alcantara is a
young
Galactical
Like,
signing.
okay,
That is ridiculous.
compared to what it was before.
Hussam never said Thiago Alcantara. He said, you asked, who did you sign as a world class, LB?
Okay, yeah,
Alcantara.
but
You
All right,
never
all right, all right.
you never said now the question has kind of changed to
It's
Galactico.
changed because I didn't think we were speaking about. I didn't think Hussam would try and use Thiago Alcantara as evidence as to why they could sign Kylian Mbappe. I'm sorry I didn't understand that at first. I
So
thought
do
it
you
was quite
think
obvious.
the stature?
I'm sorry that your question was which world-class player you signed, and I named the fucking
guys,
best
to
midfielder
end
in
In
the world.
context of you being able to sign Kylian
Yeah, this is-
Mbappe.
And then you decided to move the
ridiculous.
goalpost, and then you said Jude
I
Bellingham.
moved. Yes, no, I did move the goalpost
Which
because I
shows
didn't
that
think
you are the
would
biggest
use
fraud on
Thiago
this
as
platform.
evidence as to prove you could sign Mbappe. That's the question. That's the point.
My brother, see once again. See, I love how your first two questions. I've shat on them already. So now you have made a
Yeah,
third
no.
question.
You
What
can sign
evidence
Mbappe
do I
because
have
you
to
signed
back?
Thiago.
What evidence do I have to use that shows we could sign Mbappe? There is no evidence. There is no evidence that you can sign Mbappe. There is no. You know who has evidence that they can sign Mbappe? You want honest answer? Real Madrid. That is who has. That is who has evidence that they
There's
can sign.
evidence that he
Kylian
could
Mbappe.
sign him because he
And
signed Haaland.
despite me and you both hate them, I actually agree with Mo. The other club that has a history of signing Mbappe level player is Man United. This is the reality of the
Yeah, Man
situation.
United.
I
Yeah.
So now
Chelsea as well.
the players
Chelsea
that
as
are
well
you,
over the
you are
last couple of
mentioning,
years.
let me just land on this point because me and Salad agree. And I think the point that I'll make now, he'll agree with. You are not naming Galactico signings. You're naming young superstars, young, exciting prospects that are going to be the next big thing. Erling Haaland at Man City is a Galactico. KDB at Man City is a Galactico. Rodri at Man City
Fallen
is
off
a
so
Galactico.
much. It's crazy.
That's
Football
it.
has fallen off so much. Even these players that are the best players in the world, you compare it to the players that were initially the Galacticos, and it makes me sick.
You can.
It makes me this. But by the way, Bilal made a great point. When Arsenal signed Mesut Ozil, that is a massive signing. Like that is, yeah. See,
Yeah, that's Galactico. That's Galactico.
like
right
Alexis Sanchez or John.
Like Alexis Sanchez from Barcelona, wasn't he a Champions League winner in this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's not a Galactico either.
That's not
It's
a Galactico.
not a Galactico, but it's someone going from Barcelona to
Maybe
Arsenal.
if they signed David Villa, would have been a Galactico signing.
Well, Declan Rice isn't, Bilal. You're just trying to sneak Declan Rice in there.
Declan Rice
He's
He's
trying
an Aubameyang.
he's trying to sneak in Declan Rice with these names as a superstar.
Just
signing.
you could have just said Ozil, and it would have been okay. We would have agreed with you.
Oh my
Ozil was
God.
enough. Ozil would have been enough.
Aubameyang and
Oh
Declan
my
Rice.
God. He
I
tried
have
to
to
sneak
believe
in
it.
Declan Rice
They
with
knew
these
who Declan
names.
Rice is.
No.
No, Declan Rice. Oh my God. Aya saying you would think Liverpool is located in Antarctica to this Spud fan.
No, I'm just, bro. Can I please explain? When we're
No, I don't
talking
need to
about
explain.
these,
We get it, bro. I understand it. Only stupid
like
people
when,
don't.
bro, these superstar
London
level
has
players,
bigger pull than Liverpool. We know this. That doesn't
Cristiano
mean
I don't know
Ronaldo.
why Aya, I don't know why you are like, we literally said it's just about
Aya is
London.
an
It's
Arsenal
more
fan, by the way, just so you know.
Really?
Aya is an Arsenal. Yes.
I thought he's
He
Liverpool.
supports Arsenal. He's from South Africa. He supports Arsenal. I know him.
Yeah,
He
but
watches my
I understand what
what he's saying.
what Salad's saying.
Bro, first of all, I never said what Salad said is invalid. But as soon as he said Chelsea, he invalidated his statement. There is no one who's going to look.
bro, no,
in
I
world
didn't say
football
Chelsea
right
because
now
in bracket,
and
no,
go like,
Hussam,
I want to
please.
play for that shit show with
No,
players on
Hussam,
10-year death row contracts. No one.
Hussam,
no one
I said, I specifically said, and I said it straight, and I even put my fingers up like this. I said Chelsea if they were good. I said Chelsea if they were good because
Okay, but
Chelsea
you're
have
talking
history.
geography. This is the thing. Now, for me personally, if we want to add context to it, let's say, 2 years ago, whoever world-class player was available, the problem, and you know this, you look at monetarily how Liverpool act, and that's not really what we do. So this is the problem. Like the problem is more.
Yo, I'm not a Spurs fan. I'm not a Spurs fan. I live in Tottenham. I'm not a Spurs fan. I just need to clarify that in the comments.
The problem is more. The problem is more ownership, less geography. Your point would have played a part. Remember when Sanchez chose Arsenal over Liverpool, even though Liverpool had Champions League football, all that shit, because of the geography. I understand that. But in the position Liverpool are in under Jurgen Klopp for the last 5-6 years, specifically, we cannot say it's a geographical reason. It's more funding, and that's why you, like me, think Klopp is the pound for pound best manager in the world, because he worked with less and achieved what he could achieve. Now, had you given Jurgen Klopp world class players, he would have taken them. We know for a fact he chose to sign Thiago Alcantara because it's against club policy. We know for a fact he wanted Bellingham. We know for a fact he wanted Mbappé. We know for a fact he wanted Chouameni. I can name you so many world-class players, or at least on the verge of world-class players that he wanted. Like, we've seen him talk highly about Martinelli. We've seen him talk highly about Declan Rice. We've seen him talk highly about all these players. So had he been given the option to sign them, he would have signed them, and said players wouldn't have said no just because of where Liverpool are geographically.
No, they might have done.
Yeah, no, but HUSAM again, another like you're completely missing my point. I even and Mo and LB will back me up, and I said the pull is Jurgen Klopp. Did I not say that? We're talking about from next season when that manager that you've met, bro. I respect Jurgen. I think Jurgen Klopp can take guys to Somalia if he wanted to. Like Amam FC, Jurgen Klopp, people will go and play with him. That's not the point. But what the point is, Jurgen Klopp's leaving. Mbappe's available this summer. The major pull of Liverpool is no longer there. That's the point we're trying to make.
Do you think he would want to go to play for Xabi Alonso, for example?
Yeah, but that's why I said he's gonna. I think Real Madrid or stay at PSG. That's honestly what I think.
Yeah.
No, we're talking about hypotheticals now of where else other than those two.
So why wouldn't he go
at
to
the same time?
Arsenal?
You know, when Mo asks stuff like, "Does he want to go play for Xabi Alonso?" Wallahi, I can ask you the same question. Does he want to go play for Mikel Arteta? That's a genuine.
But it's a very, very, very good question.
Right.
So you think the manager makes a? I think
now, if Xabi Alonso actually wins the league with Leverkusen
and he comes to Liverpool, he might be.
Yeah, now Xabi Alonso is more attractive than Arteta if he wins the league with Leverkusen.
I think Saudi Arabia is more attractive to Mbappe than the Premier League. Just full stop.
Really?
I think he's more likely to go to Saudi Arabia than the Premier League. It's Real Madrid, PSG, or nobody. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I agree.
He's not coming to He's not going. He's not
apparently,
going
apparently, when he was at Monaco, City had a deal to agree, and he didn't want to come to England. And this is when we had Pep. He didn't want to. I don't think he wants England. I agree.
Hey, they would have paid his mother 200 million under the table.
Yeah, I wasn't. We might have had more than one Champions League, but he didn't come.
Yeah.
And I don't think he wants Prem. I think he's going to go Real Madrid or stay at PSG, or he'll take the cash and go somewhere like Saudi. Yeah.
Salad wanted to ask a question, but I want to do Sai MCC. HUSAM is poor. Oh, HUSAM is not poor, man. Hamza, big up LBMO.
There is literally nothing similar.
There is nothing similar between HUSAM and Hamza, to be honest. This is absolutely.
Big up to you. I see you're Danish as well. If obviously, you know, you're one of those fans that are sexually attracted to trophies, can't have a normal conversation without being sensitive about your club. You get me? So yeah, big up, Man City fans. All of you, I can't wait for when the charges hit and you all go fuck off, support someone else. Can't wait.
True City fan Patrick, big up Patrick, of course, big up Patrick. Rice ain't even as good as Prime Fabinho. I agree.
This is true. This is true.
This is very true. This is very, very true. Andrew is saying we make so much money, we have cheap owners.
Yep.
You do.
And this is why I think Liverpool are in big trouble. Because
you, by the way.
This is why I think Liverpool are in big trouble, because what Jurgen Klopp is a master at is taking good players. I'm not mediocre, because Salah wasn't mediocre. Van Dijk wasn't mediocre.
Pep won more with the money he is offered in comparison.
Yes, and Pep took over a team with Yaya Toure, David Silva, Aguero, Sterling. Do you want me to bring up the Jose Mourinho press conference, the football heritage? You know what he said about Man City? These are investments of the past.
From the past.
Sterling, Aguero, Sané, Kevin De Bruyne, Fernandinho, Vincent Kompany.
When did you finish?
All of these players.
We're 8.5 years in.
Where did you finish with Pellegrini, LB, before
they won the league?
No, they didn't, Habibi.
We finished fourth. We finished fourth on goal difference.
With these players, they finished fourth.
Okay. Let me just debunk your Let me just debunk your silly argument. The year before Conte came, where did Chelsea finish? With the same players.
Yeah, because Conte is a genius manager. So Pep is a genius manager.
No, but the thing is, the point is, if Chelsea were actually the 10th best team in the Premier League, they wouldn't have won it. The players were there. Eden Hazard was already there. They just had a bad season. It's okay for City to have a bad season under someone like Pellegrini. This guy came in with a team that has a core of Premier League winners. Let's not be shameless. Let's not be stupid. Let's not be
that's what I'm saying. Let's have real arguments.
Jurgen bring it up. This brought it up because he's still talking about some of that happened 8 years ago. Because
imagine comparing taking over a team with
the manager's been there there 8 years.
to
You
your
all
team.
adore him. You're all crying because he's leaving, and he's won you 2 major trophies in 8 years. You got the best goalkeeper in the world, the best
We
centre
won
back
it
in the
all. We
world,
won it all,
the best
mate.
right winger in the world, and you won 2 trophies. Yeah,
We won
and you're
it
still
all.
talking
We won
about
it all.
something that happened 8 years ago.
Okay, yeah, but LB, if Klopp didn't have to bring 25 new players and they would have just inserted the best goalkeeper and inserted the best centre back, it would have been a different
Thank
story. But the foundation wasn't there from the get-go.
Yes.
So,
Right,
so
so
when you
let's
guys
just
say
think.
pound
So
for
how-
pound the money that Pep Guardiola used was to improve a team that was already there. The same money Klopp had to use was to build a
But
brand
I
new
didn't
squad
bring
that
this
hadn't
argument
seen
up,
a league
bro,
title in
Salad.
30
He
years.
brought it
Please,
up.
you're making me defend Liverpool. I don't
I
want to
didn't-
do
No,
this.
I'm not, Salad. I've got to really
making
rebuttal
me
you. I
defend this
didn't
club.
bring
I
up.
don't wanna
No,
do
I
that.
didn't bring up this argument. He brought it up and still talking about something that happened 8 years ago. I'm saying, okay, when are Liverpool fans going to stop talking about what happened 8 years ago about this rebuild and just talk about what the managers are doing now? Are we still?
So he rebuilt. So he, guys, so I'm sorry.
What's happening?
Can I,
Let him I have to respond. Let me tell you why.
I
that's
want to
disingenuous.
get your response.
Let me tell you why this is disingenuous. LB's walking down the street and he sees salad with a crane and the best type of cement and 15 workers, and
Here
he's
we
building
go.
a house. And then he sees me with 1 brick, me making the cement with my hand myself and putting it brick after brick after brick. And then 8 years later, he walks by and he wants me to subconsciously not be impressed with the guy that built it brick by brick versus the guy that brought a crane and had 15 workers and had Class A cement and had everything built on him. He just made a really nice garden and shit like that. The start matters, because if you walk into a club with Aguero, with David Silva, with company, with KDB, with Fernandinho, it is not the same as walking into a club
Never
with
claimed
James
it was.
Taylor left
This
wing,
is the
with-
hilarious thing.
Let me
Never
speak.
claimed
James
it was.
Taylor
though.
left wing, with Alberto Moreno, with Mamadou Sakho, with Dejan Lovren, with Simon Mignolet, with Nathan Klein, with Jordan Henderson, with Joe Allen, with Divock Origi. If I name you the squad, Sinclair we had on the bench. If I tell you some of these players, you would not even know them. Some of them play in China right
Never
now.
claimed it
That's
was,
what
though.
you
This is
want.
the hilarious
So when
point.
you
I
have to
never
build-
claimed it
Yeah,
was.
I'm about to land. 10 seconds
Okay,
and I'll be
land,
quiet.
please. Come
So
on,
he
man.
had to take a club step by step. So Jurgen Klopp's process wasn't walk in and we're going to win the league. No, it was Champions League. Establish yourself as a Champions League club. Try to compete for the Champions League. Win the Champions League. Win the Premier League. So he had to build something from the ground up. He did not walk into something that was good already. That's the difference.
Okay. Right, and this is the hilarious thing. This is why I know you guys just have to go off these mad tangents, because I never even claimed he was. I'm just saying, lads, we're 8 years on. Are you going to continue to speak about what happened 8 years ago as part of this process? The facts are, people talk about pound for pound who's the best manager, because that's the only metric that works. At the end of the day, put your trophies on the table and one's clear and one's not. Yeah, if Klopp was to stay at 2030, stay for another 6 years, would you still be talking about what he did when he first took over the club? It's ridiculous. That argument lasted for about 2 to 3 years, maybe 4 years after he was been there. Sorry, it does not wash with me.
That is
8 years later.
nonsense.
So we're going to continue to speak about what happened 8 years ago, lads. Bloody hell.
Yeah, okay.
Nine.
Do you want me to,
9 years.
Can
Sorry,
I
9 years
actually,
ago.
you know what? Thank you so much for giving me the 8 years discussion, right? Because it's taken him 8 years to get to where City are now. If someone was to come in, if Klopp was to come in now, it would be a fair fight. If Klopp was to come in now, it would be a fair fight. You know why?
It's been a fair fight for the last 4 years,
It's
Salad.
Bullshit. That's bullshit.
Bro, let me tell you
It's been a
something.
fair
Let me tell
fight
you
for the
something.
last 4
That's
years.
wrong. It
No,
was
no,
a
no.
fair fight 4 years ago.
It
It was a
was.
fair
fight
fight 5
because-
years ago. When he had
no,
Salah, Mane, Firmino, Fabinho, Henderson, Van Dijk,
Because he
Alisson,
needed to get
4
to that
years ago.
first. He
Alisson,
needed to get
Trent
to that
Alexander-Arnold,
This is
Robertson. He
ridiculous.
already. Okay, so here's the point. You can
Anyway, guys, listen, I
excuse the
promise
first
I need
4
to
years.
go. So,
You don't
Salam.
need to go.
wallahi, I need to go. I've got an appointment at 4 o'clock.
Okay, bro, is
I'm
it
sorry
a
for
fair
cracking
fight
you
now?
guys.
I'm gonna say as
When is it a fair
I
fight
see
then?
it from outside. I'm
I'm
gonna
sorry
see
for
it.
crashing you guys' show today.
Salad, you're going to leave me with these two
ridiculous.
squads.
Wallahi, you're
Still
leaving
not a fair
Hussam. You're
fight.
leaving
Still
Hussam.
not a fair
Hey, listen,
fight,
I'm
man.
sorry. But yeah, no, I'm sorry for crashing your show. I know I wasn't invited. I know this is a regular show, so thanks for having me. It's really much appreciated. If you want me back, I'm always available, man. Take care, you lot. Love.
No, never come back, bro. I'm joking, man. Bro, I cannot believe what I'm hearing here. Yeah, it wasn't a 4-fight 4 years ago when they
Put him
had the
to
best
England,
goalkeeper
I'm
in the
not
world. They had the best
خلاص
centre half in the
تعيط
world.
خلاص
They had one of the best
حاضر.
midfielders best midfield. They had the best right wing. You had Firmino, Mane, and you're saying it wasn't a
Why do
fair
you
fight
argue
ago?
something we don't argue? That's the only thing that pisses me off sometimes we're arguing with you. Why are you arguing something I'm not arguing? Can you explain to
No,
me,
because
please?
you are arguing that. Because I said to you before, I accept, because I never brought this argument up. You did. I never said that Jurgen Klopp.
You're the one that keeps saying Klopp has won league title in 8 years. And I'm explaining to you, when he first walked in, it was not a team ready to compete for the league.
And I agree.
Here, I'm
So
not even going to shout. I'm just going to be logical.
I'll give you 4 years for that.
When he came in, it was not a team ready to win league titles. It wasn't.
I
It was
agree.
a team that was so shit, he had to build it from the ground up. That's why us going like Klopp has won league title in 8 years is disingenuous to where he first started. That's all we're saying.
That's why I give him 4 years. I give him 4 years, and that's what I'm saying. It was a fair fight, and Mo agrees 4 years ago. The first 4 years of Klopp's reign, I give you 4 years and say, you know what? That team that he walked into was shite. He's got 4 years to build it up. But you saying that it's not been a fair fight for the last 4 years is absolutely ridiculous. Because
we had 3 years of fair fights. We had 3 years. If you want me to be honest right now, 3 years we fought fairly. 18-19, you came back and you won the league. Fantastic achievement. We won the Champions League that year. 19-20, we won the league. And the quadruple charge season where you won the league and we won the 2 cups. Those were our genuine fair fights. Now, the thing is, what you need to understand with the ownership is, I'll give you a genuine prime example right now. I'm not even waffling. I'm not even being disingenuous. I'm being dead ass serious right now. Liverpool won the Champions League and was at the most attractive stage of their pull under Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah.
That summer, we signed Harvey Elliott, Sepp van den Berg, and Adrian. That is a summer that City will never ever have, because you'll always try to improve here or there. But because of and the year after, because of the whole COVID pandemic, by the way, people don't forget. You see, when we're mentioning context, this is where we have real arguments. 2020, 2021, we were top of the league in January, the year after we won the league. And in January, we needed a centre back because all of them were out. We proceeded to sign Ozan Kabak and Ben Davies. This is a world that Pep Guardiola will never be involved in, because City's ownership actually want to win, because City's ownership are ambitious, and because City spend money like that. Now, had that exact scenario, let's assume 2020, 2021, Pep Guardiola was at Man City and they were top of the league and they had all their centre backs out. They would proceed to buy 2 centre backs that at least are good enough to be respectable. Not Ozan Kabak, who a year later didn't even start for Norwich, and Ben Davies, who went to Norwich a year later. So it's not excuses. I'm just giving the context. Now, for me, we had 3 years of fair fights. You won 2 leagues, we won 1, and we won 1 Champions League. That is honestly how I look at it. Other than that, it's genuinely outside circumstances regarding what happened. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Can I do this? Patrick here is saying, finish Tiaya, all defenders like Sanya and many players who weren't that good. Yeah, let's have context. If I look at that City team,
finish Tiaya starts for Liverpool that Klopp walks into. All defenders like Sanya starts for Liverpool. You know, if I were to make a combined 11 of the team that Pep walked into versus the team that Klopp walked into,
we're not doing that because there are no comparison. Your team was absolute shit.
Okay, there's only one player. There's only one player that probably starts for Man City, and that's Coutinho. That's it. And even he left like a year later.
And I think he rebuilt in 3 years or 4 years when you had Salah, and you had probably arguably Salah that year was the best player in the world. And you come 4th that year.
To say you've only had 3 years of fair fights, ridiculous.
I think
you've been up there since 2018, 2019.
If we talk about owners, we can have this conversation all day long. Liverpool owners, nobody is compared to Man City's owners, but nobody is compared to Man City's owners, because Man City's owners are like completely different.
Yeah,
we can't have if we're gonna have this conversation, we're gonna have a conversation about Pep having Messi, for example, versus Mourinho didn't have Messi. He had whatever, Ronaldo. We can have, if we do this, we can talk about the ownership, but that conversation will never end, because that's something that nobody can control. Because that's an excuse for every manager then. But he had
himself right now would tell you, I have never ever discredited Pep for what he's done at Barcelona.
Yeah.
He knows this. Because at Barcelona, he came and changed the culture, brought through a bunch of young kids, and dominated world football. That is Pep's for me. What Pep done at Barcelona is the most impressive thing. It's not just about having Messi.
So-
It's about what he done with Xavi, with Iniesta, with Busquets, with Piqué. He basically brought through a bunch of academy players. He got rid of Ronaldinho. He got rid of Eto'o. He got rid of the old guard. He brought in these new players, and he dominated world football. I have never discredited Pep at Barcelona just because he has Messi, because I think that's a weak argument. So for me, I think the City context and the Barca context are two different things.
All
Like
right.
at Barcelona, the job that he done was absolutely phenomenal. But at City, you come in regardless of whether they won it the year before or not. We're talking about a core of players who have been there, done that, have experience. So we cannot compare that to what Klopp walked in.
Can
I
I
think that's
Sai
crazy, by the way.
MCFC is saying Pep inherited the third oldest squad in the league. Yeah, that's a fact. Actually, someone check that. But
weak
anyway,
argument.
let me just say one thing. So what you're saying, Hussam, is that what Pep has done at City is expected from him. He hasn't done anything special. It's expected. He didn't he didn't overachieve with this club.
No,
He didn't do something. Okay, he
overachieve.
didn't. So he didn't do something that is out of the ordinary, because if you're expected to win and you win, well, you haven't done anything. You haven't achieved anything. You just met your expectations. So you think
No,
that?
no, no. Well, no,
You think what Pep did
I
at
gave
City
already.
is okay?
I gave already the example. He basically won the race, but he won it with a world record. So obviously he gets
He
credit
didn't
for
just
that.
win.
But-
He didn't just win the race.
and for me, like it's like when you watch racing like 5-6 years ago, you expect Usain Bolt to win it, but when Usain Bolt breaks the Olympic record, it's impressive. So of course the points, the fact that he done a treble, all those things count in his favor. But Man City go into every single Premier League season as favorites, so yes, they are expected to win the league. Like basically, like if Arsenal won the league last season, it's a slight on Pep. But City winning the league, no one sat here going like, "Oh my God, City won the league! It's such a fucking shock!" Like everyone expects that anyway. Even this year, you look how Liverpool are challenging them, Arsenal are challenging them, and everywhere you go, everyone says City are the favorites for the league. So yeah.
Yeah, anyway, listen, people, this has been absolutely a fantastic show. LB and Hussam, always fantastic. And Muhammad Salah, it's one of my favorite shows of the week, if not my favorite, to be honest with you guys. Listen, LB has 2 channels. They are in the description. It's LB and more LB. We need to get more LB, more subscribers. So over 600 people here. He needs to get at least 200 subscribers. And also, people, this is football. Al Ahwa tonight, 11 p.m. UK. You have to tune in. That's absolutely phenomenal show. Al Ahwa tonight, people. We aren't even on 300 likes and we have over 600 people here. So I don't know why you aren't hitting the like, people. The like button is underneath your live chat. Stay on the stream. It will take you to Dan Potts' stream. Go type Mo Raid, Judge Mo Raid, and we'll see you guys tomorrow with a very great show tomorrow morning with Kunle and Northside head to head. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. And we are out of here, people.